Also, I get background noise from someone.
You should.
Dad,
TV, I
there was a
think.
lot of TV background noise on your end.
Yeah.
We can
there's
100%
nothing I
hear
can do
Trevor.
about it.
Yes, we can
Sincerely,
100%
nothing I
hear
can
the
do about
porn.
it.
Yes, you can.
I mean, I can mute up, but I mean, it's gonna be
No,
there
that's
regardless of whether I'm
not
talking
it.
or not.
That's not it. You could just put in a what the fuck is it called? Limiter to like how much it's able to pick up.
I mean,
You
the
fucking-
producers of the TV show Will Clay was under
Yeah.
Nope.
for rebroadcasting the
Thank
show.
you. All right. Well, never mind. It's being paused for me. Thank you for
Most
that.
generous gift of glorious people who live with Shad.
Yes.
Yes. Like I said, there's not much I can do about it. I don't have an actual microphone anymore, except for my laptop. Hooray!
Bruh.
And it catches everything in the room.
Does it catch the fly?
Apparently so. I wouldn't be able to tell you what all it does or doesn't catch. Regardless of all that, are we all ready to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm eating curry at the same time, but I'm ready.
How dare you eat at a time like this when we're about to do the thing you've asked her?
Well, perhaps the thing is eating curry.
Perhaps the thing is, paying attention.
Alright.
So,
Pay attention and eat curry at the same time.
The both is good. Oh yeah, we did the 40k, the blood ring. I'm just looking at the background spam that I put on there. Just recaps of the next week of last week, which I will put up after this session. Last week's I will go up on YouTube after this session.
nice. So, when last we left our heroes or
Who's
adventurers,
DJ today?
I got it. Hold on.
Oh, perfect. I don't get to do anything today. Nice.
I mean, if you know how to manage the bot, you can do
Yeah,
it.
you bet I do. But you said you wanted to. Now you're taking it.
That sounded like
You're the DM. You're the.
that sounded
you're
like
the DM,
that sounded
you're
like
the everything.
volunteering to me.
Yeah,
This is
sure
the law.
does.
Hey,
hello,
Lich, how's it going?
hello, Gray. How you doing?
Hello there.
There we go. Right, there's one thing I need to do before we do anything else. It's my birthday, so my old man bought me a particularly nice beer, which I'm going to drink.
Oh,
Happy birthday, man.
Birthday.
it's a birthday stream.
A peaceful visit to the spice.
What are we going for?
You're not allowed to kill him on his birthday.
finish or the 3 grain?
No, Matthew. Real gamers, they kill him on his birthday. Character.
have to be the 3 grain.
I mean, the benefit is if you do kill him on his birthday, his new character will be born on his birthday too.
Mm. I can't resurrect. You're saying I'm not that high level cleric, and I know I will be.
Going with the 3 grain.
How do I open up the channel point things again? I'll figure
Go
it out
into
one day.
chat, press the cog icon at the bottom, and then you want
Ah,
review request
cog icon.
queue, which is near the bottom.
Fucking hell, that's a good beer.
You request queue. Thank you.
Nice.
No problem.
Get your priorities straight. Who goes to work instead of the end stream? Like, seriously.
Why not both?
Also-
that's fair.
Also, very minor aside, Gray, you'll be happy to know that your boy is in the game. The man you suggested being in the game so long ago, Ludwig von Klester. That's who they're visiting right now.
Oh
Are you
yeah!
happy, Gray?
Von Klester
Does
is
this
finally
make your
getting
day?
added to the game. I actually got a image of him, haven't we? Let's
But still, as you guys stand outside the tavern of a of a Mr. Von Klester, and you crack open the door, and the interior kind of creaks and clicks as the cogs kind of like open the door with these, open the door automatically for you, just like tick 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 tick, tongue opened. And you guys proceed to step into the building properly. Oh no, wait, sorry, you didn't step into the building. I remember now.
We roll into the building.
No, there was no rolling into the building. A literal man with a head cannon came out and said, "Hello, I'm Dangerous Greg."
He's dangerous.
It's like Comfortable Bob from Centaur World. It's Dangerous Greg.
Comfortable Doug, you mean?
Yes, sorry.
How dare you misname that man?
I know, right?
If he wasn't so comfortable with the fact that he was misnamed most of the time, he would be offended.
Yeah, but he's comfortable with it, so it's okay.
I've not watched Centaur World.
It's
a good show. It's a good show.
You're missing out on some pretty dark trauma.
Trauma!
Where do you think I got inspired for some of my bad guys?
Yeah, Centaur World is like the show that looks like cotton candy and lollipops, but then you eventually get hooked, and it's one of the darkest shows you ever see.
Oh wait, where's the echo coming from?
I hear no echo. It's just
I was echoing for some reason.
No,
Are you
it's-
muted on Switch?
Yeah.
So
There's
yes,
so many different ways
a
to feed
man.
through. Right.
A man with a giant cannon gun for a head, a literal head cannon, some might say, is standing before you guys, and he has named himself as Dangerous Greg. Hey, what's all this then? Evening. What brings you all here?
The will of the gods themselves.
No.
Two very quick little questions. So, first, am I just there? And second, did we have
hold on.
long rest till 2 sessions ago?
Probably.
Hold on. There's someone doing a thing.
Yeah, one second, I'll ban them.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
just time them out.
Thank you.
Traffic
No,
is traffic.
that's a. It's.
Okay.
If you time them out, it removes the message and then they respawn.
We came to in a field and saw a Tyranid Corn Space Marine invasion. We murked them all.
Nice.
I don't know how many seconds that is, but it's a number of seconds.
Oh, so that's about what it is. I was wondering what was going on there in the sky. Suppose it's pretty bad up there. Well,
It
with
is.
shit pots raining down all over us. But it's okay. We'll be fine. Already.
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. But
I mean, well, seeing as how you're heroes of the land, he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a small piece of paper that has the word coupon written on it. You're gonna get a coupon off your first I want to say it'll be 50% off your first purchase to have a low-level adventure.
Ooh, for parties 1 to 4?
Yes.
I
Ain't
always
that a
enjoy
shame.
these. There's always a goblin lord or something.
Well, I mean, we specialize in bandit raids.
Oh, bandit raids!
they
Yes.
get boring pretty quickly.
I mean, can be.
Huh? Oh.
But,
Do you have anything interesting out of your repertoire?
Well, we have a kobold warren.
Kobolds?
Yep.
No, they don't. That's like sport where I come from. That won't do.
You haven't been to a real Kobold War then, have you?
Oh, I have.
With all the little traps and the little buggers.
Well, yes, mostly, but where we fought them was in their own territory, where plenty of horrible contraptions and traps that make the elves of the deep woods of Arvandor seem like child's play.
You're from Acheron, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah, he's done war as war gets.
Oh, well, I'm from America. You know how it is there, probably.
No, I don't. It does sound like a terrible place. Like one big ghetto.
Maybe.
Yes,
I'm not
America,
quite
America,
sure.
yes. Home of the adolescent gunslingers.
Ah, so you know of it too. It's good to know. It's good to know it has a bit of a reputation.
I heard the tailor once from the thieves.
Oh well, you know. I'm actually a demigod from there. People love guns so much. I'm a head cannon.
That
Is that like a play on words, or are you? I mean, you are.
Don't
you are
break
a
the
head
fourth
cannon,
wall.
But are you head canon, as in part of the story?
Look, the man has a cannon for a head. It's pretty self-explanatory.
But here's another question though. Are you the head of the cannon gang?
No,
There's a
I'm
cannon
the,
gang?
I'm the head of. No, I'm the head of. I'm the head of the low-level adventures guild.
So the head cannon is not the head of the cannon gang. I see. All right.
There is no
That's
cannon
fine.
gang. It's not that I know of. If there
He's
was,
head
I'd
of the
be
gang,
like,
and he has a cannon of a head. Yeah.
oh, that's news to me. You know what? It'll be fine.
I'd like to
Anyway.
point out chat for you.
Oh no.
There is a cannon gang. There always was a cannon gang.
There always was the cannon gang. Well, Dangerous Greg doesn't know about it.
Ain't that a shame? Anyway,
I'd be right afraid if there actually was a cannon gang.
right, Rick, you're gonna ask me a quick question. Do you know where the nearest plane hopping airport would be?
Plane hopping. It's a bit hard to do, but this necromancer man in here can do that probably. He's strong enough.
Alright.
Is that the von Clairstad chap? Right?
Yes, it's the Von Klester chap.
Wonderful. I
Yes,
must send.
of
I must
course.
send more. I must send coin back to the war effort.
Okay. Anyway, I'm heading off. You know, this is Dangerous Greg leaving. Dangerous Greg. Dangerous Greg. Dangerous. Dangerous. Dangerous Greg.
Shove him a little bit as he walks away. Just shoving him so he can walk away faster. Pick him up.
Just
Hold
on the
on.
guy.
Hold on. Hold
Quickly,
on.
Sander, silence!
Okay. He does not fall on his head because he's overbalanced.
Alright.
As
That's what you get for having brass for head.
do you guys want to go in and meet Von Cluster, or do you want to just wander around a bit?
No, I would like to go and visit this man who could potentially get me to another plane.
All right then. You guys walk into Von Klester's tavern, and inside it has a couple different patrons. You actually see in the corner of the room a group of people with cannons on heads.
Oh my god.
About 5 of them.
I'm surprised he
Wearing.
wasn't aware of this group if they were that close. But okay.
I mean, don't worry about them. It's almost like they phase into reality out of some you know person's pettiness. And they're all wearing these black leather jackets with like you know snake design wrapped around the back of them that say Tunnel Snake's rule?
No, I was. Just already knew. It was like no.
But there's about 5 of them. In another corner in the room, there is a giant spider that is made entirely out of toes and fingers. Like the big abdomen is made out of a giant toe. The pincers are tiny little pinkies, and its legs are just like, long fingers. It's like those, horror movie rejects from Elden Ring.
Hey, look, it's that.
Legitimate question: at what point are you legally allowed to kill something on sight?
Is that the reject thing from the Adams Family or something?
Don't worry about it.
Is it objectively reasonable to assume that he's suffering and wants to die?
And,
I want to roll insight to determine that.
I want to check if I'm suffering and I want it to die.
And it is currently like skittering along the wall, just like
No,
like the drumming of fingers on wood.
It's
Is
Spider-Man's
the sound it
pinkies.
makes. is the sound it makes as it walks along the wall, just like.
I will 6th level blight this and not feel guilty.
And also, you guys see a very pale-looking woman with a half-broken ring with a half-broken halo over the top of their head, armor adorning their body, and 2 swords on their hips with these angelic wings spread out behind them, and these black rings around their eyes with little, like, leaky black goo coming from the corners like teardrops, and paper pale skin. Just kind of like sitting there having a drink. Just
Question.
yes.
This halo, is it like an actual halo, or are we just like a headdress halo?
Disc of Halo 3. That's an option as well.
It is an actual Halo. In fact, if all of you guys would like to, you may roll me a religion check.
Oh boy, my favorite skill.
Here we go, believing again.
That nat 20 on the other side, though.
Yeah.
Victor, will you roll?
I don't
it
know.
as well?
As soon as my character sheet loads, yes.
Gosh,
As
Oh.
a
your
war
character sheet
cleric,
loaded.
I understand nothing, such as
Yes.
things like that.
Oh my
I forgot to switch to my character. Switch your characters.
Yes.
None of you guys know who.
How does the fighter have the highest intelligence of the group?
None of you guys.
There's
know
no
who
wizards
this woman is.
or artificers.
I
I'm the
say-
wisdom dude. Wow, we got 2 wisdom dudes, haven't we?
I will say, Druid, you at least recognize that this person is probably from the Hell.
Nice.
That's what a 10 will give you. They're from the Hells.
Okay. Walk into room. Individual from the hells.
And
14 tilted
behind
support.
behind the tavern is a old looking skeleton man with various kind of like gears and cogs adheres to his body, just like, and just and like these wire mesh cords kind of like stringing throughout his rib cage and around him, and kind of like acting as like a pseudo armor of sorts, and kind of like moving with a mind of their own, like as if the metal cords were made out of worm. And you guys all hear him turn and speak to you. Yes, I see that I have new patrons.
Easy on the patrons. I've got enough voices in my head.
Well, I'm not that kind of a patron.
Alright, Bane, what do you want?
Require sustenance.
You?
Sorry, I do not understand a single word you say. It is like it's muffled almost.
Yes, it's like listening to that one.
Yeah, I asked if you require sustenance.
Do you? You're all skin and bone. Wait, not even skin. Just bone.
I require no sustenance save for the souls of those that test me in my
Can I have one of those?
establishment.
Yeah, I'd like one of those.
A fellow patron who enjoys the souls of those that have wronged them.
I don't know yet. I haven't had any, but I'm curious.
Sure, I suppose you can have a soul brew.
Yes, my friend back in the gang always used to say that you've got to put soul into your cooking, you know, and I haven't had any since, so you know, just want to try it out.
Worry not, it will all be well.
And from behind the counter, he pulls up a small, like, very ornate-looking glass that has various gems, kind of like soldered into it, and it has this magical sheen to it as he pulls out a jug and just kind of like pours this ethereal-looking, ghostly liquid inside of it, and you can hear very faintly,
The fuck is that?
the pain! As he pours a soul into this cup.
Is that legal?
And offers it to you, Xander.
Might not be.
Just to clarify, I don't want to do it inappropriately, or I don't know if it's a cultural thing. Is it like a sipping drink, or is it like a shot?
You must drink it in one gulp, unless you wish for them to suffer. I cannot.
Yeah. Speaking of which, what was that voice? The fuck is going on? That sounded horrific.
As you're asking, I just drink it immediately as a shot.
Okay, you drink it immediately as a shot. Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Sure, that's
Oh
one
fuck!
of
I was
the
about
bad
to say, could I guidance you?
It's,
But,
yeah.
it's not gonna
Uh-huh.
work.
Your character is now being controlled by someone else. Victor, please leave the table. Yes, he come join.
Okay, goodbye.
Hey, Xander. Roll me a Charisma saving throw.
Okay, that's a stronger one.
Hey, that's the good one.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Okay. As you fail your Constitution save, you don't digest the soul, and then the soul tries to possess you. But, well, I mean, you beat it, so you get another con save against it with advantage.
All right then.
Oh boy.
This drink has a bit of fight to it, one might say.
2 nat ones.
Haha,
21,
there
okay.
you
And,
Nice.
and as you kind of like overwhelm the soul with your own personality, you hear it go, "No, I don't wanna," and just gone. Raise your lower.
Can I keep it as a pet in my mind, kinda?
No. Sadly,
Oh.
you have absorbed it. I will say though, you get your lowest stat increased by 1.
Yay.
Oh damn! You mean like ability score? So my
Yes, the ability,
Oh, my-
your lowest ability score is increased by 1. If
Oh.
there are 2 that are tied, you get one or the other.
oh look, my strength is now 3.
What? Wait. So what's your strength total?
Oh yeah, you haven't ever seen Xander actually lift anything without magic.
But what is your actual strength?
Now it's 3.
Now it's free.
Yeah, minus
3. Fuck, you know.
Hey, Shad, can we find some shadows, please?
One shadow
shadows.
versus Sander.
Nah.
4. I am the shadow.
Coin flip if you die.
Coin flip. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Although I might be able to convince them that I'm a friend, because like I'm a shadowmancer, you know. So
Oh yeah.
Where's enemy
Uh.
approaches? Where's a dozen shadows?
Oh no.
And as this let's turn to the rest of you guys.
So, would any of you like a soul brew? Or do you want something
boy.
a bit more normal?
Something that doesn't involve pain and suffering.
Xander steps back.
something that doesn't involve pain and suffering.
And or suffering.
I said pain and or suffering. I'm attuned to your desires.
And he reaches out and he pulls out a logger and just like places it before you. You can see like this dust on it, just a lot of dust on it. He just kind of like, he doesn't really blow as he just taps it and the dust just snap cleans off. And he's like,
here, it is a logger from back in my time.
It's a locker.
Well.
Nice.
So like sort of like a pale ale or some shit, is it?
yes.
I'll get that, mate.
If you look, the age on the bottle is from, well, it's from older than you.
Shit's expired.
And of course, if you do imbibe it, roll me a con save. You have advantage because you're a dwarf.
I was about to say, can I cast Protection Evil Good on him so he can't get
22.
possessed?
22. With a 22, you manage to save, and you're buzzed, but not tipsy or drunk or anything like that. It's a very good lager. It's very pristine. It's like a craft.
It
beer.
sounds like you're saying lager.
Lager.
Lager?
It is a lager.
Lager.
Sorry, you're used to be a lumberjack.
It's a mana check shirt. It has an axe. It's...
Yes.
It's so
Very
weird
wonderful.
you're in a Yank say
Flannel.
lager.
It also logs your data into a database.
I suppose.
Oh, no, China's stealing all your RAM.
Shad,
He
I think
turns
what
to you.
I think whether the trip with I think an American would pronounce lager because it's got an R in it would be lager.
I mean, I'm not your average American man.
Build
I'm-
different.
I'll pronounce
Built
things
stupid.
weird. He then turns to Kozak and Druid.
What can I get the two of you?
I
Do
don't
we
know.
have to pay for these drinks?
You're already paying for them.
Okay, can you please confirm how I'm paying for this drink already? Especially if I choose not to order a drink. Would I get a refund?
Excuse me.
You're already paying for
Okay, I'm leaving. This place is not stealing my soul for free.
I'm not stealing your soul. That's improper. Proprietary.
Okay,
Look, if
the
you
man
can't specify how I'm paying for it, I'm going.
the man has had quite a lot of dealings with the Weasel Lord, and he's very conscious about a sort of undefined fine print. Can you just put the man at ease and just tell him exactly how he's paid for these drinks?
Fine.
He is just going to lift a hand up and point to a sign. The sign says, when you enter, residual life force that just kind of like radiates naturally off of people, that's what he's taking.
Right,
It isn't your
okay.
soul or anything that you're gonna miss. It's just like you feel a bit more tired.
It's just like 20 years.
So you're
of
just
your
sapping my
maximum
energy.
life, so-
Alright, do you have a coffee?
He's sapping your mental energy.
I mean, if it starts snapping from the moment you enter the property, this sign needs to be visible from the exterior.
It
This
is.
This is clearly something I should bring up with Mechanus. And I'm happy to go to court about it.
If you knew who I was upon entering this establishment, you should have assumed as much.
Maybe you should, fix your whole shtick, Maybe just branch out.
Anyway, give me the sign. I'm gonna go hang it outside.
Anyway, if you're sapping my energy, could I have a coffee? Minus souls. Extra.
I mean,
just
like,
make it a latte.
none of you guys actually feel tired.
Alright.
Like, you
Yeah,
feel
it's
fine.
residual. It's superfluous would probably be.
Whatever.
It's superfluous.
I've heard rumors that you might be able to get me to another plane of existence.
I can certainly do that for a price.
Sure, name it.
just a bit of time.
Not my time. Can you take from someone else?
If they offer to pay for you, yes. Or if you provide someone.
I have 500 platinum.
1 moment, I'll be right back. I go outside into the streets to look for some random, incredibly poor, disheveled peasant.
Oh my god.
But Kozak does hold
Uh,
up 500 platinum. Does this work?
That will also suffice.
He will take that and just like move it behind the counter.
Give him
Oh, I
that.
was gonna give the random peasant 500 platinum and then bring them back.
You can still do that if you want. I mean, like, it's up to you. However, around this point in time, Matthew, as Druid tries to walk out, the door kind of like slams open. Roll me a deck save.
Deck save. 23.
Hooray! You don't get smacked by the door. As as coming in through the door is a fairy that is kind of like that is walking. They're walking, and they're surprisingly very strong with like a little belt on them that has like WWE written on it. They're pretty toned for a little tiny creature, and they kind of like look up at you like, "Where you going, you little bastard? Mama's here to get a drink going." And she just kind of like tries to walk. She walks between your legs to get, to the bar.
I mean, it's an entrance and exit doorway. This is how doors work. How have you got this old without understanding doors?
The only thing I gotta understand is up yours, and she like kind of like takes one arm, crosses over her other arm, and just like makes a fist that goes right up, just like
Yeah, we get the gesture.
just like a big middle finger.
God damn Fae, I hate the Fae. It's always the Fae.
Always the Fae.
It's always the Fae.
From the background you hear,
Ah, yes. Drinker Bell. I thank you for your patronage once again. Will you be having the usual?
"Yeah, I'm here to get fucked up."
Alright.
Drinkerbell, the alcoholic fairy, who's not allowed to fly since she's had over 20 FUIs flying under influence in 3 months. Yeah, see, that
Yes.
NPC is...
But no, she'll approach the bar and get in the tavern. Kozak, you're dropping 500 plat. He will give you a coffee complimentary just for free.
Thank you. No soul strings attached or anything?
No. He's a fucking... He's a bar owner.
Don't care.
Thank you, Lemon. So what is... So Kozak, are you wanting to do anything with this money in particular, or are you trying to go to a different plane of existence?
Well,
or-
yes, it's what I said. If I'm going back to my own plane, I might as well drop in some cash with my old peoples. I wonder if some of the others are busy.
Well, if you wish to have others go with you, you've certainly paid in advance.
Perfect. I think I can come home by myself. Shouldn't be a problem.
Of course. And do you wish for the return trip as well, or are you staying
Well,
there permanent?
No. Depending on how close we get, 2 days should suffice.
Of course.
And with that, he will kind of like gesture to the corner of the room, which has a robed figure sitting inside of it, or sitting in it.
That is your portal keeper.
Is the robed figure also wearing a hood?
Yes, they are.
There is a shadow-shaped hand behind them, pulling down the hood.
Okay. You pull down the hood. There's another hood.
Oh no! Classic.
You pull
been
down
kerfuffled.
that hood. There's another hood.
There's
God
another.
damn. This guy can take the heat of
Yeah.
multiple layers.
No, he came prepared.
Yeah.
Triple hood.
Out of interest, is that guy with the Psychopomp Union?
Who? No.
Oh, he's with the Adeptus Mechanicus.
And that is what he is sitting in the corner. If you want to go and speak to him. In the meantime, Druid, are you still going outside to grab a random pedestrian off the street?
No, apparently that we paid for this with money as opposed to the souls of the innocent. So
You're not going to collect an innocent soul.
I'm not gonna go out there and ask someone to go give them a year of their life for me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna just be in a mood and just be angry at the sheer existence of Drinkerbell, who is clearly incapable of using doors.
She's
Can't reach the
currently-
handle, man.
So currently you see Drinkerbell kind of like she hops onto a stool, climbs up, like skitters up, lands on the top of it, then she does a little hop onto the bar, just kind of like hands there, and she's like and just like manages to get onto the bar itself, pulling herself up, and at that point in time, this man sits down a bowl that's like 4 times her size, filled with like this thick black booze, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's that good shit right there." And then she kind of like leaps, can't quite make the rim of the bowl, lands, looks
Quick
left and
question.
right.
Quick question.
Yes.
Could the shape water cantrip affect this drink?
It is not water.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
And she's going to just pull out her wings and go and just fly for a brief second. But the second her feet leave the ground with the aid of wings, you hear a "Brrrr, brrrr, brrrr." Drinkerbell, you have been caught flying. Flight has been canceled, and you see that belt around her waist just immediately emit a pulse of purple energy as she goes "Ah!" and just collapses back onto the ground.
What?
And she just kind of like twitches there for a bit,
Oh,
like
why?
a bug that's been stunned by an electrical current, just like as Mr. Von Klester just shakes his head.
You know you can't fly.
And he just very tentatively picks her up and just moves her over the bowl and just blink into the bowl. After about a minute or so, you guys can see the liquid in the bowl begin to swirl as a small vortex appears right in the middle of it. And you can see the level beginning to just drop down, just going yop, 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 yop.
This is fine. And let's just go over to the mysterious hooded figure with infinite hoods and go get transported to another plane far away from this bar.
You mean the guys from the hood?
hood going loaded.
So Kozak, you're approaching this boy with all the hoods.
I am. Man
Alright.
of many hoods.
Man of many hoods. This guy looks up at you. Yes.
Okay, MM. You're gonna get me to Acheron now.
Oh. Sure, I can do that. I'll get my apprentice to handle that. And they kind of like they kind of like snap their fingers and a woman, a little halfling, appears on the table. She has a lute across her back, fine leather armor. Her hair kind of like pulled back in a ponytail. Bare feet kind of like kicking in front of her, and these pink eyes, and she's like, "Hiya, I'm Amanda Hug and Kiss, apprentice to this guy." And she kind of like, you know, puts her thumbs over her shoulders and indicates the hooded figure, who just kind of like, you can hear a deep sigh coming from beneath the hoods, just like,
I'm going to look at the hooded figure and say nepotism hire.
if I knew what that meant, I don't know. Probably. And she's like, so you want to go somewhere that's not here? Where you want to go, buddy? Kozak, where do you want to go?
Ozzy?
Ozzy?
Ozzy is lost.
No!
Oh,
We've lost Oz? No.
Have
No.
you?
No.
we can't hear you until now.
Oh,
Really
sorry.
weird.
I was muted because my mom came in.
Ah.
That'll do it.
Nah, it's all good. So, what did you, where do you want to go? She's asking.
Well, Icaron is the start.
Icaron? Ugh.
Icaron.
That sounds... Oh, Acheron. Sorry, I thought you wanted to go to Icaron. Icaron is definitely very ick. Right, you know, right? But sure, I can send you there. She kind of like hops up onto the table, and she's like, "All right." She takes out her right hand. She lays it palm flat. Her other hand, she pushes fingers into the palm of it, and she begins to rub. And you see a bit of magic begin to spark beneath her hands. Little sparks and fizzles going. And she's like, "Hand of God!" And she just gives you a little slap across the face, and
Oh.
you're where you're supposed to go.
Alrighty.
Just whoops.
Is everyone else coming along, or am I the only one going to Icaron?
If anyone else wants to go along,
I'm gonna go follow me, boy. I mean, it's not as if I'm having any say in my destiny or on but now. God's be
you
crazy.
want to go. You want to go too? I can do that. She leaps off the table, and with a little what and a tap on the top of your head, you're gone as well.
I think Xander is like trying to step away, but then one of the as Bash gets sucked in, Xander's coat just catches into the reality warp and pulls him in as well.
Haha! 2 for the price of 1. And you, she points to Druid.
I just take one look at Drinkerbell, just shake my head and say, just take me away from here.
That means I can send you anywhere.
Please.
Okay. And she charges you like, ah! And then she jumps, leaps through the air, balls a fist up, and she's like, ha! And you hear and you feel a small little pat on like the bottom of your chin, and just gone. Just in the bars, everyone else is gone and no one else can see. Both the hooded figure and their apprentice Amanda stand up as the world begins to crack and break, white voids spilling into the nothingness in between, as they both look to each other and give a small nod. Seems as if they are the ones who make the reality. Yeah, for now at least. And that is all that happens there.
Okay, stream over. Thank you guys.
And
No.
in the background, as you guys all just appear, just flicker in one after the other. Kozak, describe what they see.
above, the first thing we see is a crimson red sky, that of the first layer of Acheron Clangor, which is the realm of eternal battle, armies of basically goblinoids and kobolds and occasionally orcs and such. They spew in here onto the battle plains and do battle. But other than that, this is also Kozak's home. The soil is basically orange. Everything around us is either in the color scheme of red, gray, brown, or black. It's very monotone. Before us stands a what looks like a large spire with a sort of great point to it. Around it is carved into the sort of mountain itself are battlements, buildings, and around it is a massive town. Probably a couple 100,000 individuals could live there, not more. As we see basically what looks like a bunch of around us. We're standing in what looks like a previous battlefield. But before we stand before Hopmount, which is goes like so.
All right then.
Oh, sorry, Gobmount. Residence for all goblinoid kind.
All right then. Within this red sky, as each of you kind of like stands here and looks around, you all hear the marching of feet and the clinking of armor and the call out of orders in Goblin, which Kozak understands at the very least, as "Who forward, you stinky maggots! We have a march to do here!" And you all kind of like turn to look, and to your right is a group of around 50 goblins, and they are being led by 5 orcs and one hobgoblin. And the one hobgoblin is the one giving the orders. Is kind of like the orcs and the various goblins kind of like make their way forward in like very orderly groupings and arrays. You see that that one orc is in charge of 10 goblins, and the hobgoblin is in charge of 10 orcs underneath that hobgoblin. So it's just like you have like militaristic structure as they are making their way forward. And Kozak, roll me a history check.
You got it.
Yeah, I just did a religion check myself because it's Acheron is atypically goblins versus orcs, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's not any factions that break that.
All right then.
26 regardless.
Yeah, 26. Roll me a D100.
Right.
Actually, no wait. Sorry, give me a high or low.
Fuck.
He's just rolled it then. I mean, so presumably it's high.
All right then. Okay. Before you, this hobgoblin, you actually recognize him. His name is Frederick von Karma, and he is actually one of your college mates, or old college mates. He was a good friend of yours.
Yeah, we used to go to the academy together. Yeah, him and I.
Yep. And and as he kind of like notices you, he's like, "Hey, is that Kozak I see before me?"
Frederick, you have recruit duty? That seems below you.
This ain't recruitment duty. This is a march. We're prepping for a war, boy.
We always are.
Yeah.
Where there is peacetime, there is preparation for war. You know sayings.
Oh, I know, but this one's for an actual war, not just a normal prep work.
Been off the grid for a while. Which one? And with whom?
Well, we is fighting a war with these bastards that sought to invade our little homeland. and try to freeze it over and kill off all our magic users.
Ooh. Good luck with that.
Well, seeing as how you're here and you have a bunch of pink skins with you, you want to do anything to help out with that?
Well, no, I'm just going back to see the old man. Maybe my siblings. Who knows?
Oh, I see how it is. No stomach for war, do you have, no?
I do. There are other things to see too, and I assume that Arak can handle whatever comes our way.
You might think
Not.
that. You might think that, but these people have some weird weapons. Really powerful weapons.
That's okay. We've dealt with worse.
Yeah. Alright
People
then.
came in these weird ships that could fly. It was odd.
Yeah, strange about that.
Either way.
Anyway. I'll be seeing you on the other side. That's where I'm marching these boys off to. We're gonna link up with General Jobs.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll be at the top with a peak.
Oh, and just so you know, Walt is also attending. Roll me a history check on that.
23.
General Jobs is a very high-ranking official in this particular area. He is the leader of a fist of hobgoblins, I believe. I
Yeah,
think
fist is basically, yeah, that's just ranks. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, sorry. He's basically like, okay, so you know how there's like a fist? He's a rank above that. And this particular fist that you're thinking of is like the 5 generals that, you know, preside over this big army.
Mm-hmm.
And Walta is actually another college guy that you did not have a very good relationship with.
No.
The two of you always fought over various things and whatnot.
Like you're supposed to. But yeah, a fist is like a rank above a soldier.
Okay. Well.
If you want to know all of them, soldier is the lowest, then fist, then spear, then fatal axe, then captain, then general, then warlord.
Okay, well, General Jobs is a warlord.
Your boy really knows his hobgoblins, and he doesn't like what wizards have done with the fucking power of friendship bullshit they put in. I just
say I ignore it.
Yeah, so do I. That's just like
it's not canon.
Yeah, I like my orcs. Ozzy likes his hobgoblins. We generally play frontliners, and it's they orcs and goblins go nice hand in hand. But like what they've done with my goblin brothers, mate, is just absolute bullshit. It's not my headcanon either.
Okay, well then, you know what, Kozak? I will give you the ability to position these people properly in their proper ranks and stuff within the Hobgoblin Nation, because I don't know shit, and I don't feel like researching.
Well, Warlord is very specific to like one person. I don't know if this person would be maybe he could be a captain. That seems like a totally reasonable thing, because at the moment your boy yours truly has the captain rank. He doesn't have the general because his father has that rank at the moment.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
Only one person in the family can have it.
Okay. All right then. Well, semantics. I'll let you handle that.
Whatever, it's fine.
As you guys, as Mr. Von Karma points off in a direction, kind of like leading you guys where you're supposed to be going.
Who did you say the other guy I didn't have a good relationship with?
Walta.
Walter.
Yes, Walta. Waltah. Walta.
Yeah.
As you guys kind of like make your way onwards, in your head, Bash, you get a bit of a phrasing from your patron, who just kind of like who just kind of like leans in and just kind of whispers to you, "I don't really like this place. If you can escape it, please."
Well,
It's too horrid.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing it's far more towards the lower planes than what you're used to. But it's not quite as deep as the hills. Look, in all honesty, right? As much as I don't like to push back at you, apart from when I'm taking the piss. I think, sorry, that should have been pish. I think this might be good for you. It's not quite the Nine Hills, it's not Gehenna, it's not deep down there, but, the people around here could have quite a bit more edge to them than you're used to. I think, developing a bit of a thicker skin towards it might just expand your horizons a little. These are not bad people here, not inherently. They're like they war.
That's inherently bad to be a warmonger, you realize.
Well, I suppose you could say it's warmongers and war lovers fighting warmongers and war fighters. I suppose it's a wise man once said that war is where homicidal maniacs are well employed to murder each other, while well-intentioned men would do well to stay out of their way while they'll do it. Paraphrasing Bertrand Russell there.
That's not how war works. It's more widespread. It affects a lot more people than just those who wish to fight.
However, we are in Gehenna, we are in Acheron right now. So the only type of people that are here are the warry type of people. I get what you're saying, but there's no peasants here. There's no bystanders. There's no collateral damage. There's just soldiers fighting soldiers.
Well, are all orcs, goblins, and hobgoblins born soldiers?
No, but it's the path they'd chosen, and that's how they ended up here.
It's the path that's chosen for them. If you were born to a society that values its warriors, and you are given no other choice in your life but to be a warrior or be nothing, then it isn't much of a choice, is it?
True, but then by that logic, then nobody has any control of their destiny at all. And also, something else to think about. How is us leaving going to help them?
Well, unless you can...
I've read way too much philosophy for me and you to have this, this kind of relationship.
Yeah, but I was just saying in chat, we've reached the podcast part of the game.
If you can change everyone...
Hey, what was that one? Oh, Lemon, thank you for the sub, you fucking legend.
Amazing, with the Prime subscription! Huzzah! Also, there's a 5-minute break for the podcast. Jeez.
Perfect. That way you can probably make up some stuff in the meantime.
Yeah.
You know what, Ozzy? I will let you DM me the various ranks of people. Can you see the name redemptions?
Name
the
redemptions?
NPC name pool?
I cannot, no.
Oh, okay.
I can fix that. Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Give Ozzy the ability to see the
Wait,
the
no,
NPC
I need.
pool.
Sorry, I think I just need to go into mod stuff. 1 sec.
I think it might be an editor rule, but just check.
Okay. Reward queue. It's all here.
Oh, you got it, have you? You just need mod.
Well, no, not all of them.
Yeah, there's yeah, they should only be in-game suggestions, NPC requests. There's a single 5-minute break and 1 create NPC. So there should only be 4 rewards being claimed. So if you can only see 4, that's why, because you only see the ones that are being claimed.
I can see 4 in-game requests. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And I have 9 in the NPC pool.
Ah, there we go.
Alright then. So you look at that NPC name pool, grab as many as you want, and give me a list of people in ranks.
Okay. I just want to point out that I already have my family, so they will not go underneath these.
That's fine.
Well, add those in as well, so you can use that maybe, unless you don't want him to touch
1
that.
second. Here is
You
a
have
quick...
5 minutes to come up with an entire structure for this particular branch of Hobgoblin Society.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on. I need to send you my my family first.
Okay, you give me your family first.
Oh,
And
but
I'm gonna take 5 minutes to go and grab a drink or something. I'll be back.
Head off, man. Lemon, I'm guessing you're relatively new to the arcade. Twitch is more or less like our secondary platform. Our primary platform is a Discord server which we play and run tabletop games. So if it's something you want to get involved in, you see the links down below. Also, make sure you link your Discord. If you go into the Discord settings, like connections, you can connect your Twitch account to it, because there's a Twitch role on the Discord server as well. Allows you to like pick a vanity color, and it's not much. Anything I can think of, I add on it, but it's very difficult to think of things without taking stuff away from the broader community, which I'm not willing to do. Yeah, I would be a terrible EA exec. But wait, shouldn't this be part of the game? Gets thrown out the window.
Actually, I'm gonna be right back as well.
Celebratory Saturday. Yeah, it looks like I'm being fucking roped into that. I tell you what I could do. I'm going to my mum's this evening, and this is why I can't do Aussie's games, 'cause it's going to clash with that. But I'm thinking, I wonder if there's any way of me getting some audio equipment down there and just get my mum involved as well. I bought a computer for Christmas. It's a little mini computer. It's about this big, and it's got a 5th gen processor in it. Granted, it's the Celeron, but still, it's a 5th gen fucking Celeron in the damn thing. 500 gigabyte SSD, 16 gig RAM. So for a little, you could probably, if you got, skater pants, you could probably fit it in your pocket. You stick it. You'd certainly put it in the pocket of cargo pants. And price-wise, I'd highly recommend one if you only grab a laptop for something that's a bit more mobile. If it's you're gonna have a monitor at the other end or whatever you take at this thing, I'd recommend it over a laptop. Like, it seems bang for buck. It's for the same hardware in one of these mini PCs at about like 40% of the price of the equivalent laptop. But yeah, she has one of them now. She's only using it for watching movies and CDs and things like that. All legitimately Twitch, I promise. I totally haven't logged it into my Surfshark account and added a bunch of stuff.
I'm back.
Right, I'm gonna go for a pee, and then it's got to be close to the 5 minutes now, isn't it? Delicious beer. God, I started feeling it already. Mind you, I'm a lightweight now. I don't drink too often.
Then you start the stream with one camera setting and then just night falls, so you have to modify everything.
Of course. The only way to do it.
And for the love of God, figure out why my camera picture looks like there's like this foil in front of it.
Oh yeah, it does sound like we're seeing you through like a plastic lens.
Yeah, and like, which setting? If anyone on Twitch knows which setting can modify that in OBS, then please.
Did the
Do
music
you have
stop?
any idea? Do you have any idea why my camera settings looks like on stream? Like, if I had like a foil on my camera?
Sorry, mate?
Yeah. Do you by chance know if what setting do I need to change? Because my camera picture on stream looks like I have this foil in front of the camera or something.
There we go. I made up a bunch of stuff.
In OBS, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, no, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be on. I think it's
Oh,
called
no.
filters. Give me a second. Yeah, if you're in your sources, look at the actual camera source itself. And then you'd have filters in there. Traffic camera, there we go. Yeah, filters. So it's in filters. So I've got like a sharpen and a color correction added to it, so it'll be something there. If you haven't got any filters, then it's your camera. OBS will do nothing to it. The only thing that OBS will do to a feed will be in there. I'm just going to turn the sharpness up. It gets all grainy. Oh look, I get it all airbrushed.
No, I don't have any. I had a color correction. Maybe that was it. I took it down.
Yeah, it's got to be a camera thing then. It's because the only thing that OBS will do to a feed is a filter. And if there's no filters applied, then it's literally doing nothing to it. However, you can correct it out, maybe.
The camera is supposed to be a good one. I'm just not sure if I'm doing the settings of it correctly.
Yeah, it's not. What I'm saying is, it's not OBS. There's nothing. If you've got no filters on it, then it's not an OBS setting. That's all I can tell you.
I know. I mean stuff like contrast and gamma and like white balance. Those filters. I mean.
Yeah, that would be in the filters in order to make any adjustment to even the hue, the brightness, or anything like that. The only other thing. You're talking about something. Oh yeah, it is. I don't know why that isn't purely a filter. Yeah, I did find that the other day. I didn't realize that was a thing until I've been using OBS for 4 years. I didn't realize it was a thing. That's in the properties, isn't it?
Yeah, and the video configuration button.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I am.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Why
Yeah,
don't
most
you
people
know
are not
what-
aware of
what I
that.
think
There
about?
is actually something other than filters that you can actually adjust the camera. I
Yep.
completely forgot about it until you mentioned it.
Mm.
You have no idea. Paul, out of the anti-flicker.
Cool. The bot
Hmm?
is not working
Sorry?
at the moment.
Check out the anti-flicker.
Alright. I am back.
Alright, perfect.
I have nachos. And thank you for all the information, Ozzy.
We need
no
tunage.
problem. The bot is dead, by the way, just so you guys know.
Oh, right, the bot is dead. Right.
Like, it's not showing up on music, yeah. Let me try something else.
Yeah, in the anti-flicker I have two options: 50 Hz and 60, and they all both look the same.
I don't know. I don't know, mate. I played with that once. I thought, oh, that's an actual setting, and I tweaked about with it, got the camera to look ish, and I completely forgot about it until you mentioned it.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's very weird because my camera settings
Oh.
go to default every single time I restart OBS.
Thank you.
And I'll fuck around with it off camera, off stream.
Tell you what, right click, disconnect. Go away. There you
Right, perfect. Which one would work? I guess let's just use a. Wait, does this thing work on? Not Spotify. Fuck it, I'm gonna use Spotify.
Why is it that when we go on break, our view count goes up? Like almost every time. Whenever we're just
Stop
talking
talking
shit.
and,
Yeah, we're just talking shit or ironing about and just not like really doing anything as far as playing the game.
Alright.
People like looking at us, just not listening to
Yeah.
us.
Oh, they relax. I haven't got to pay attention now, so it's nice. They chill.
can't quiet, it's so loud.
Alright, let me crank that volume down a little bit. So, a couple things happen as you guys make your way forward. First of all, you guys watch as crossing the road before you is just a human with a shirt that says "I love Mechanicus" written on it. And a bunch of kind of like robotic cyber soldiers, kind of like on the front of it. And as he turns to look at you guys, he's like, "Hey, wait a minute! This isn't Mechanicus.
You mean Mechanus?
Mechanus.
This isn't
Mechanicus?
Mechanus."
Tomato, don't worry about it.
And then, almost as if speaking the word, a ripple rolls out from within him.
No.
And all of you find yourselves in a much more different version of what's the plane called again?
Acheron.
Mechanus? Yeah, oh.
Macaron.
Acheron.
Of Acheron, thank you.
What a macaron.
It
You're
is.
now in Macaron.
It is Macaron now.
Oh, God.
Kozak.
Cyber hobgoblins everywhere. Yeah.
Kozak, roll me a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy, my good stat. I wanna use Fortunate Mania as a 15.
15? Alright,
Yeah.
that is just enough.
Oh, perfect.
Your body is not changed to fit the new mold of society around here. As your birthplace, the world that you're from, you remember it very vividly now. It is a place where flesh is seen as weakness, where you must give yourself to the machine and ascend above all. Basically, it's Acheron mixed with Mechanus. It is.
Macaron.
Yeah, Mecharon. Thank you.
Macaron.
It's the place where numbers fight letters for who's the superior algebraic
Oh
figure.
no, there's just a bunch of Modrons everywhere. Ah, no.
Oh no, it's not Modrons. It's like imagine if you were a goblin, except both their arms have been replaced with swords, and they have a gun inside their mouth, and they kind of have like these computer chips inside their brains. Like your generals are the most normal-looking people, and that's because they have nanomachines, son.
Oh,
I just started, just a slight side note question. I just started playing that Mechanus, which is my first toe dip into the 40k universe. But from what I gathered, they don't seem to be so religious as Flash's weakness. However, the things that you fight in the Necrons do. So it's like, because like one of the character you played, the voices on it are amazing. The way they've mutated those, by the way, highly recommend it just purely for the voicing. But yeah, they like, oh, I kept my fear because I wanted to keep that aspect of my humanity, and it's just never fucking questioned. So it's like, yeah, they merge it together, but isn't it the Necrons that have that Flesh's weakness rhetoric?
I mean, I don't know.
I think it's not Mechanus from 40k, but Mechanus from D&D lore.
So if you start speaking about
of
fucking
lore.
40k and we lose viewers.
Anyway, I very importantly have to run over to this Mechanus fanboy. Go, why would you do this? You could have done this anywhere, but you did it here!
I did it here because Mechanus is base.
That's it. I grabbed this person and I'm casting Geese at 6th level.
Oh,
You can't cast that on me. Roll me a charisma saving throw, druid.
Oh no.
This is illegal.
That's a failure. You are forbidden from casting geese on him.
No!
I'd
I
like to
demand
use,
cruel and ironic punishments!
I'd like to use persuasion instead of spell work to try and convince him that his actions have consequences that will doom us all.
You don't understand.
My actions don't have consequences because I'm amazing. I'm gonna go now. In fact, I'm already gone. Gone.
No! No!
And he
I
just
need the
disappears.
catharsis of killing you for once! Damn you, Roy! Damn you!
Just Drew that just screams to the fucking heavens.
And you guys kind of like turn around and you look around and you see a bunch of giant gear walkers walking around. You see in the background, fuck, I forgot the name of the guy Von Karma. He turns to look at you and there's like one eye beams Terminator style,
Oh no.
and he just gives you a small smirk. Stay you, Kozak, as he lifts up a large mechanical arm, and begins to march his little mechanical goblins and their mechanical orcs forward.
Meep more.
Tinkerbell is not in Mechanus. But still, you guys can continue making your way forward if you want.
Alrighty. Well, yes, obviously, this was my home that I used to know, but
Oh no, your home's always been this way.
okay. It's always been really weird. That's why I'm physically strong is you can do it by training or you can just get it powered by nano machines.
Yeah, you chose the harder route in your life. You chose to you chose to not take any augmentations which were offered to you, and you're respected for that decision. But it's one of those things of like, they respect
But
you for
Kosek,
it.
you could
but
be
you're
so
still-
much
you're still-
stronger. I don't care.
Exactly, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'd like to look for like an input so I can join the web word instead, so I can start net running.
That's not how this works.
Well, you know what? If you would like, you can attempt to integrate yourself into the Mecharon society.
No. No, thank
Trust
you.
me, you do not want to do that.
No. They don't seem to have proper shadows. I don't like.
Oh well, we do, but they're just different. They're called Iron Shadows.
But that's why they clang when you move, I see.
That's not the reason why they're called Iron Shadows, but sure. Right. We shall... Fuck. We shall head to the command center. At least that away, that's where I live.
Hold on. But still, you guys continue to make your way forward, and eventually you stumble upon this large, this massive cityscape that just expands outwards into the horizon with all these skyscrapers and towers and various floating drop ships kind of like moving back and forth. You see that there's actually an army amassing in the very front of it. Hundreds of thousands of people just kind of like filing forward and getting into stationary lines. And along the front of it, you guys see a few people of note. You see a very, very large and very fat looking bugbear, kind of like lazing around in the background with these big like cybernetic arms, and his head has been completely replaced with a computer screen. And the computer screen is using emoji style faces, where like currently you see just like a flat line, 2 dots, and like z z z z z z z z z z. You see
I'd like to
a
cast minor illusion and replace it with capital D equal 3.
Okay, you do so. And you see a goblin walking around with a literal spear for an arm and a power core to him, like Iron Man style, kind of like fluctuating with this wild radiant with this wild magic that kind of seems to roll off of him, and this big toothy grin of like sharp silver teeth, piercing red eyes, and so on and so forth. You see a human, like normal human guy with a lute, kind of like playing a violin. He's playing some violin music at the moment, and he's like, and then he kind of like turns to this crowd of goblins and goes and says, "What's the deal with all this mechanical stuff? Am I right, guys?" And the goblins are just like, "Yeah." Just a crowd of cackles from them as he says a joke? Question mark?
Is he in front of a brick wall, like a red brick wall?
Yes, he is in front of a red brick wall.
Cool.
He is doing stand up.
I'd like to cast suggestion, and the suggestion is sit down.
I'll roll a save for him.
Nope.
Yeah.
DC 20.
What's? Oh, sorry. What?
DC 20.
Why is he at disadvantage?
DC 20 didn't say disadvantage.
Oh, DC 20.
Yep.
Okay. DC 20. He makes it with his modifiers.
What?
He has
That's not supposed to
modifiers.
happen.
Yeah, it's the +5 is not crazy.
That's
That's how your DC is 20, right? Remember what level this is.
I know. I just don't like it.
And you were trying to say, Matthew?
Cast haste on him so he gets through his set faster.
Okay. He speeds along a bunch of very terrible jokes, and the goblins are laughing even harder because he's faster now. And lastly is a and these are just like people of note. Is a well, no, never mind. You don't see anyone like that. Never mind. As you guys kind of like make your way through like this army encampment, from the very front of it, Kozak, you actually note that Eric is here.
That's odd. I'm supposed to be here. Go over and see my. So
Just
we...
before we get
so
before we get too far into this, because presumably, like between sessions and stuff, we've all shared a little bit about each other, right? You know, the same way we don't include, you know, many other aspects that would inevitably go on. Acheron is just going to be completely changed to Macaron, right? Ozzy remembers it being this way. What about the rest of us? Are we just...
As far as you guys are concerned, this has always been Macaron.
Okay. Or was this a World War?
This was a World War.
Oh, right. Okay. Who bought that? Jesse.
Who do you think?
Jesus.
Macaron now, baby. We see what's essentially a carbon copy of Kozak, but he has shorter beard, shorter hair, and he isn't missing an eye. He looks exactly like Kozak.
Now, by carbon copy, do you mean an exact copy or one made out of carbon?
No, he's definitely a twin.
Get that.
Yes. And as he kind of like gives Kozak a big grin, he's just like, "Hey, brother!" And he just kind of like holds his arms out like, "Hey, you want to come in for a hug?"
Yep. Sure.
All right, roll me athletics.
All right. I don't care. I'm going all in, baby. 30, bitch.
No. All right. Give me just a second. You beat him.
Of course I do.
the both of you. I mean, he's a carbon copy of you. The both of you wrap each other up in an embrace, and you manage to kind of like, you know, you can hear like the creaking of bones as you kind of like hug back just as tightly as he hugs you. He's like, oh, gosh, not one enhancement on you, and you're still almost squeezing the life out of me, aren't you? And he just kind of like, and he releases you from his hug, and he just kind of like gives you a clap on the back, like, "There's a good brother for you." So what brings you back home, huh?
Well,
You here to join the war?
No, but I assume that you lot are going to need something for the war effort, so I brought a little back, and I'm gonna bring out 3,000 platinum, including the platinum that I already sent over. So it's basically I'm giving them 5,000 platinum.
Alright then. He takes the money and he's like, yeah. Dad's really gonna like this. It'll really help the war effort, but you need more swords and more money for more augmentations and stuff. We're actually getting some materials from another plane.
Ooh, fun. Have fun!
I believe... I believe we're having some kind of like, we're having a couple Arcanoloths provide some fabricated materials for us from the plane of Gehenna.
Ah, alright. Is father home?
Oh yeah, he's here.
Alright.
He's up there in the army encampment head. Mom will want to see you before you get there, though.
Oh.
She's over in the medical area, you know, prefacing the fighters there and the clerics there as well.
Right, the Temple of Nokmogaya.
Yep.
Alrighty.
That's where she is, and we should be rolling out here in like the next few hours. There are these invaders coming into our land. They have these weird ice weapons and shit. They're trying to take what what we have, our technology, and turn it into their own.
Ah. Well, alright. It's, that's nothing a few augmentation can handle, is it?
I mean, you would think, but they're giving us a run for our money despite all of our advancements. They're just as advanced.
Very well. I will see to mother, and hopefully see father. Is anyone else home at the moment?
Yeah. I mean, let me think about who's home. Vraz is here. He's recently become a spear, actually.
Yeah, I heard. I wanted to
Yeah.
come back for celebrations, but
Yeah, he's actually he's actually gonna be partnering with that Mike Rockburn guy, the Goblin dude.
oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah,
He seemed
yeah,
like
yeah.
a weirdo.
Yeah, just a little bit. But don't worry too much about him. He actually has Tobias Jacquemin helping him out.
Okay.
And
I
I think
don't-
he also has Maze Corden as well, which is
Yeah,
probably a boon for him.
Okay. Well, I don't know who this Tobias is, but I've always enjoyed this
Bugbear,
Gordon fella.
soldier guy.
Yeah?
And yeah. Corden. You know, he asked again if he could go home, and we told him no.
Good joke. Nice. I like him.
Yeah. I mean, if he really wanted to go home, he would try and, punch one of us, but you know how humans are.
I guess he
Bitches,
hasn't figured
a
it
lot
out
of
yet.
them.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't. He won't. But no, go ahead. Say hi to Mom for me.
Alright, I will.
Alright. And... Yes?
I have nothing else to add.
Nothing else to add. Alright then.
Clap him on the back and leave.
Alright then, he'll clap you on the back, and you guys leave and begin to make your way up through this expansive city. You see that there's not a lot of people here, because most of them have been deployed out into the army. And to kind of like... there's this sense of anticipation, and not the kind of anticipation in which there's like a bit of trepidation, but more of a excitement, this electrical feeling in the air of, ooh, we're about to go fight, we're about to go kill some shit. It's gonna be fun as fuck. And so on and so forth. It's kind of strange for some of the people here.
While we're walking through, Kosek will basically just explain to the others that hobgoblins, we might seem like a ruthless and brutal folk, but don't let that escape. Don't let that fool you. You are guests, and therefore we should always treat our guests with respect. We just expect the guests to return the favor. So don't worry, you aren't gonna get attacked by some random hooligans. I'll point that out.
Alright then. And as you guys finally make your way to this very large temple, hey Ozzy, you want to describe what the temple looks like?
Yes. Well, the
The
temple of Nokmo Gaea, which is the one of the gods of the hobgoblins. We have three. We have Maglupiet, we have Nokmo Gaea, and then the last one. Fuck, I can't. He has a really wacky ass name. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Barkriek? Yeah, that's the one. Which is basically like the second commander of Maglupiet, like his right hand. but we are going to the temple of Nomok Gaia, which is the sort of the general, if you will, the hobgoblin god of warfare and authoritarianism. The temple is actually looks like a small keep. Atop the keep there is sort of this symbol of a large sword and hand axe that's sort of crossed, sort of, you know, like right where the roof sort of like twists into like a V shape. And inside is sort of looks like a modern Christian church, but at the very edge, instead of Jesus standing up there with his the arms spread out, there are the depiction of Nomo Gaia, which is that of a roughly 10 feet tall hobgoblin, gray skin, orange eyes, and shark teeth, almost, you'd say that there is. He has a massive broadsword that upon it is impaled a what is clearly a severed elf head.
I think I'm starting to get a sense of your distaste for the pointy ears.
Well, yeah, it's always been us versus them. And they took my brother from me, so that I can never forgive them for.
Well, to be honest with you, they've always been up themselves.
Yeah. They're full of crock and shit, so that's how it goes.
I mean, have you even understood how some, species that, has a generation on average every 400 years seems to be the most sort of subspecies diverse across the multiverse? No, that's something that never made sense to me. Realistically, they should be the most insular. The least
We have a lot of incestuous jokes going about with the elves, so probably would figure.
I think it is because many other people find them what I would assume. You know, you have like the half elves that are like human and elf, then you have these sea elves who are like basically fish and elf and everything like that. I think it is more of a crossbreeding thing.
Yeah, stick to one thing, you know.
Well, I suppose, like, as far as the trophy for crossbreeding, that thing has to go to the human. But I've got a suspicious feeling. Well, I've had a suspicious feeling for a while, but now it seemed like a silly idea, but I suppose with, the changing of things, what has happened as of late, and the journey we a lot have been on has made absolutely no sense to the mundane whatsoever. And I think there are quite a lot of sentient beings are a little bit in control of exactly what's happening to us. And I think quite a lot of them have got a hard-on for elves, and that's why they're so diverse.
Maybe. Or it's that incest joke again. They just fuck each other so much.
Well, generally that'll make the gene pool a little bit shallower, not deeper.
Exactly. Why do you think some of them look so weird?
But they look weird in different ways.
Well,
Everyone looks weird.
around this point in time, as you guys are kind of like sitting out here and discussing
Bad-mouthing
the
elves.
semantics of elves.
Yeah. It's okay. This is exactly what people want around here. You'll fit in perfectly.
It's a hobgoblin and a dwarf talking shit about elves.
The
Don't Drew, you'll fit in perfectly.
the door opens up and out steps a chiseled, and I mean like looking like a Greek statue, chiseled Earth Genasi, who kind of like quirks an eyebrow at you guys from his 8-foot tall height, and just kind of like quirks an eyebrow and just turns his head to the right. Hey, what are all of you doing here?
It's playing the holiday.
Well,
I'm with him. And
okay.
this is where he's from. It's his home.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I'm Dwayne the Earth Genasi
Yeah,
Johnson,
I would assume so.
and did you?
It's just puns.
From the
Always
famous
has been
rough
Taffy. It always,
Always
has.
has been.
It was a name suggestion. It was a name suggestion.
I love
It
it.
was already in the pool. It was already in the pool.
As Dwayne the Earth Genasi Johnson just kind of like looks down at you guys.
What brings you here to the temple? You here to fight in the war, or
No, still not. I'm just
you
here to
gonna
see my
pray
mother.
to something?
To see mother.
So you're
Hold on. He quickly checks notes.
so you're Mistress Zaval's daughter. Or son. Shit.
Yeah, we some of us do look the same. I guess Nankan and I have some similarities, but I'm much taller. By the way, everyone in Kozak's family is abnormally tall. Like he's 6'8", so is his twin. His father's probably like a little on the same height.
He's 8
His
feet.
mother,
Don't worry about it.
yeah, no, he's no son, but sure. We don't discriminate here. We don't really care who you are as long as you fight.
Okay. Well, I'll let you in.
You just kind of like steps to the side and just like gesture for you guys to go inside.
Alrighty. Walk on in. See.
And as you guys kind of like walk inside, hey, Ozzy, I'm asking a lot of you. Describe the interior.
Well,
I don't want to fuck with it.
No, but I mean, I kind of did. It's kind of looking like a Christian church. How there's like benches on the not even benches. Like there is a bunch of basically benches like on either side of a walkway that goes straight ahead up to an altar where Nomo Gaia is situated alongside of out on the painted on the walls in these like mosaic sort of paintings. There are depictions of ancient battles with both notable hobgoblins, our gods, the strife against the elves, and sort of in here at the very end, there's also like a side room essentially, which is like a hospital wing, if you will. It's basically like we're basically in a large like fortified structure of a castle.
Alright then.
And as Kozak sort of heads past into the medical wing, as he goes past the statue, he goes and holds up one hand and sort of like crosses it down to his left onto his left shoulder and onto his right shoulder, with traces his fingers. It says to you, the general, the warrior, the torturer, and goes into the side room.
Alright then. Well, your mother is actually inside the main area, and she is standing in front of an altar to the deity that she is a priestess of, with a high elven prisoner of war right next to her. This man looks beat to shit. He's bleeding from his nose. He has like a black eye, and he's just like, he's at the point in time in which he's just like tired. He's done with everything, just like. And she kind of like lifts up an axe and says, "For you, I offer sacrifice." And the axe comes down and off goes the head.
Okay.
Blood spattering as the body just kind of like convulses and plops to the ground. And she then moves forward and picks up the head, and in an almost picturesque depiction of this statue of the patron deity of hobgoblins, She holds the head aloft, almost mimicking the statue itself. Yes. And Kozak, roll a religion check.
Yes, sir.
I will give you advantage because you're a hobgoblin.
23.
All right then. If you, for the duration of this war, you have a permanent bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Oh, hello.
What level?
It is Kozak specifically, and it is as if he had been blessed by a. We'll say it's D12.
Jesus.
Oh, jeez, that's the
Kozak's
highest.
getting buffed. That's a buff. Nice.
If any of the other members in the party would like to, make an offering to the patron god of, hobgoblins, you may
No
certainly
more
make a
Gaia.
religion check to try and. Yeah,
Maglubliet.
thank you.
No, this
No,
is no more Gaia. This is
Ooh.
this is not the patron deity is McLuhan,
No more
but this
Gaia.
is a lesser
Yeah,
deity.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
What is?
if any of you guys would like to give would like to give fealty to No More Gaia, you may also benefit from this, but it will require a religion check of a fairly high DC.
I gotta say,
If you are-
I gotta speak to the, Kozak about this one. I'm not gonna be doing just straight rolls. What can you tell me about this god?
Of
I've
course.
only ever heard of Maglubliet, and he's a bit of a, well, I'm not gonna say it right in this realm, but you know. What I'm
You probably
If
should not,
you wish
lest my mother hear you.
to learn more about
I
No
was
More
gonna ask-
Gaia,
does Ozzy not know? Is this not a thing? Is this something that you've created? Is it?
Oh no. This is something that Ozzy would certainly know about, but it is his mother speaking.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
She
If
is a
mother
priestess.
speaking, if mother is speaking, then Kozak falls on one knee.
If you wish to know more about No More Gaia, then ask the priestess of our venerable lesser deity of Gobliet. Fuck. I forget the guy.
Maglubliet. I had,
Maglubliet.
I had in
Of
my head.
Maglubliet.
I had in my head that I sort of like came up sort of close to the not necessarily saying it quiet, but it was more of a sort of private conversation. What can you tell me about this god? I'm not gonna just sort of like insinuate I was about to badmouth Maglubliet in front of everyone.
Okay, fair enough,
But it
fair
was
enough,
like a bro to bro sort of like, what's the deal with this guy?
Okay, then yeah, no, okay. Rewind that back, drop down,
Yeah,
flip it, and
yeah.
reverse it.
Let's
You were trying to have a private conversation. Go for it.
So what's the deal with this guy? I've only heard of
Well-
Maglubliet until now.
Of course, Nomokagaya serves Maglubiet as his general, his right hand, and then there's Barviek, that is his left. We associate him with. Fuck, I need to go onto the wiki because I can't remember all this by myself.
Then while you're doing that,
Yep.
I will continue with the scene while you're doing that.
Yeah. No worries.
As she lifts up the head of this dead elf, she calls out, she barks out in Goblin, "Bring forth the general," and Kozak will kind of watch as his father emerges from a side room, armor adorning him, multiple spears along his back, and kind of like a little. No, actually, shit. No, he just has a quiver on his back and a
Spears.
spear on his right side. No, it's just a quiver. It's actually, no, it's 3 quivers on his back.
Make it 4.
It's sort of
If-
like
if you
a,
would-
it's sort of like a peacock, sort of like a spear,
Yeah.
tail-ish.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: there are no spears. If you would like, I'll say for sure that these are like quivers of Alona. He has 3 of them to
Okay.
hold all his spears.
Alrighty.
He has a actual glaive style weapon that he is carrying, and you see that it has this faint ethereal sheen to it that kind of like gives him this protective barrier of sorts. And as he approaches your mother, he takes a knee and gives her a small bow of deference before she kind of like takes the severed head of the elf and uses her right hand to kind of like scoop at some of the dripping blood from the head stump, and then she places a handprint on his forehead and just smears the elven blood along the right side of his face, chanting in this language that is guttural and harsh, but at the same time resonant, and carrying with it the following emotions and weight. The final charge a general takes to defend his country, the pure joy and exhilaration of battle unrestrained, the taste of your enemy's blood upon your tongue and your lips and the air around you, the knowledge that if you are not killed, you get to go home and you get to see your family once again, and they know that you defended them as someone should if an oppressor comes or something like that. The war cry of a general, the battle cry of a soldier, and all those in between. And lastly, the emotion you feel when you have thoroughly crushed and destroyed something so entirely that it can never come back. That is all the emotions that kind of like fill the air from this chanting song of hers, as you guys watch the general and Kozak, you watch your father Drog the Conqueror seem to swell up in size, getting at least a good 2 extra feet on his height, which was already massive. He's like 10 feet tall.
Close to 8 feet now.
Oh, okay, fine. Close to 8.
8 feet on a lot.
He's 8'10".
Perfect.
As he gets this red glow to him that seems to kind of like be subsumed, and upon the air, those of you who have a passive perception of higher than 15, you can hear the faint screams of people dying at the hands of this man. And for just the split moment, each of you guys sees this man upon a battlefield with hundreds of thousands of dead bodies stacked around him. And you know that this man has killed this many people himself.
So, like, with the conversation with Ozzy, have you wikied up your knowledge?
Nokmogaya is the right hand of Maglubiad. Nokmogaya was a brutal and pitiless, but stoic and courageous hobgoblin, admired by many. However, no, I shouldn't say that in his temple. That would not be proper. However, he was that of the quiet person, speaking only when something had to be said. Part of why he was said to be one of the greatest commanders of the plains. Like many, he was disgusted by weakness and cowardice, yet he was not unbearably egotistical. He was very aware of his own capabilities and was able to recognize greater authorities, which is one of the reasons why he is said to have sworn fealty and loyalty to Maglubiad. And I will say that some noble traits. He has them, however. I must say that the merciless general is still a torturer and a sadist, said to have mastered the art of pain. And I won't tell you my personal views on him when it comes to the torture part, but he's very powerful, said to be one of the strongest lesser deities out there. His power is even able to take on some lesser, greater deities.
I've been curious about it. From what I understand, and it's only from third-hand knowledge, but is it true that these gods, they never give their followers peace? Peace never comes. Even in their afterlife.
Well, we are said to be reborn, fight again. Or should you have done admirably in your life as a follower of Maclubiet, I believe that you can be promised peace at one point. However, only for a short amount of time. Should the war horns be blown, and should we march upon the home of the elves, everyone will be called in to service, and millions of hobgoblins will descend upon Arvindor and take back the deep woods. Hopefully I too shall be summoned to that one day, and I shall have my vengeance for my brother.
Does not end.
Never does.
Do their followers ever wanted to?
No. We proudly serve our god, and even in death, we still serve.
Suppose it's a square peg in a square hole. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to this this monument. So it's not that it's not as if Bash is unfamiliar with voices in his head. And there's no Mog.
You will find yourself unable to, or you will have severe disadvantage on the roll. Is there someone who will actively prevent you from reaching out?
Is Bash just trying to? Oh, no, sorry. Is Bash trying to talk to Mum or Dad?
No, Nom. Just literally going to just speak up to Nom, just like as one would pray and one would reach out. What sort of offerings have been given to this god?
Well, so far, there's an elf. Yeah, the head of an elf. Although you sense this is actually the head of the, I want to say the 10th elf that has been sacrificed today.
So, alright, I'm gonna do this entirely improv, but is the spirit, but I'm gonna try and not make it a little bit sort of, what the fuck's he talking about? Alright. I'm gonna try and reach out to this Notmog. As one would pray, just sort of send a message out there. If he listens, he listens. If he doesn't, he doesn't.
Alright, what are you trying to set?
I just about to do it. A lot of my youth, I always sort of questioned the necessity for strife, or what we called evil. I was taught you always keep your bones hard, keep your hands strong, keep yourself strong. Every day, hours a day, training our body. But our people worship peace, while we trained in war. And it never made much sense to me. I thought, is there really just people out there that wanted war all the time? Is there people that were just evil? But I suppose as I got older and a bit wiser, I started becoming a bit more aware of the truth that I was only half right. Aye, there's people out there that want war all the time. The conflict is in their heart. But I also see it within myself. And I see it within people that I've passed. Villagers, commoners, seeing many people living their lives. And I find that those without struggle in life struggle with their soul. It seems that conflict is part of us and we need it within us. Once upon a time I probably would have seen you as my enemy. But now I see you as a necessity. You are the reason I must harden my body. And I always have a small knife. I'm gonna cut my hand. I offer you blood of your enemy with respect and love, a mutual necessity.
So,
Well, me brother.
Roll me a religion check.
Oh
with
wow.
disadvantage.
I'll give him guidance.
Your guidance does not stick.
Okay.
There is another force that is preventing this from.
Alright.
That's making this actively harder on him.
4. Yeah.
All right. It's a 2 because disadvantage.
Oh yeah, 2. Sorry, I just did it. I just automatically looked. I saw the back end was a 4 and went into 4. I didn't realize the front end was even worse.
Nah, it's fine. You slice your hand and you say your prayer, but you get the sense that your prayer was never sent, was never given, was never allowed to leave your
That's up to
mind.
you. I think that was you know, considering the fact that I've already gone through about 2.5 years. No, sorry, 4.5 years. Fuck, this stuff is strong. I think it was a good effort on my part.
Oh no, it was a very good effort. Like I said, if not for someone actively blocking you, it would have worked. And around that point in time, as you
Wouldn't that why would that be done on a religion check then?
Well, so
Because the religion check is a knowledge check. What you're basically talking about is like my sense of will pushing through that.
well, I guess in that instance, what would you say it would be?
Realistically, be charisma. It's got to be some sort of charisma.
Then yeah, go ahead and roll me a charisma save.
Charisma save. Yeah, unfortunately, it is what it is. Still a 7.
And as you feel as you try and push past this presence that has been with you this whole time, kind of. Like
However, are you saying that I would have been aware of this presence?
Yes, you're.
Oh
actively
right. Can
pushing
I?
it,
Can we freeze frame that stuff that I said? Because I wouldn't have just said that into the fucking void. Could I just the moment I've started reaching out, realize something's stopping me? Going.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're speaking and you feel something building, but it's being prevented, and that voice is just saying, "I won't allow you to give an offering to someone that I actively reject."
This world requires us all. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. It's just a token. Just a self-inflicted wound. Just a drop of blood. Just a token.
A token
Of respect.
is more.
Nothing more.
Of respect for a warmonger, someone who actively perpetuates a cycle of violence and gives people no chance to get out of it?
Well,
Who rebirths them again and again and again into the same cycle of violence, and even when he offers them peace, he still calls them to more violence.
but those that follow him, that are in that cycle, They'll have it no other way. That if you give them the option for eternal peace, they'll slap your hand away. Do you
Only
not
because
see?
Only because they have no idea, they have no concept of what peace is. All they know is war.
And if they're not live in peace for a while and then get brought back for war, you say that's not familiar with peace. This world is full of many different people. We can't all think the same way. I understand that now. How can you not?
How can
There is.
How can you give credence to someone that is ostensibly wrong? Who doesn't give people the chance to choose? The option to choose!
And how is he so
From
different?
birth.
And how is he so different to any vassal or any landlord? I see less evil here than I do amongst mortals.
That's because mortals are flawed and broken. These people have been brainwashed, have been mentally anguished into something that they don't understand.
At this point, I'm going to start to use my outside voice. As I turn to Ozzy. I'm fucking in my head again. So you mean this guy? Points to Ozzy. You say, points to Kozak. You mean this guy's brainwashed? He's saying you're brainwashed.
Yes,
By whom?
everyone here is.
He's saying everyone here's brainwashed. Could it not be that they just may think differently to you? Have you not considered the possibility of your own brainwashing?
What's going on here?
I haven't brainwashed you at all. I gave you
No, I mean
an
you.
option to be better.
You're not giving me an option now, are you?
Well,
I don't know what's going on right now.
We
you
would have had,
sense
as
the
we've sort of
hesitation.
indulged a little bit, you've been aware that, like, I mean, you've got a voice speaking in your head from your sword. I'm like, yeah, I've got one from these, from this rap now, but I've also had one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'd be aware of
Well,
that voice. So you'd be aware to a certain degree the Bash has like almost a literal devil and an angel on one shoulder and the other.
Right. Yeah, demon in the spear. Know what you're talking about.
If you give me free will, you wouldn't be blocking me right now.
I'm just stopping you from making a mistake.
I don't feel it's a mistake. I feel I see it now for the first time. The necessity.
Is it not a parent's duty to make sure the child doesn't fall down the stairs?
Do you know, I met a prince once. Some soothsayer told his father that he was going to make big changes to the world. And his father, with the most altruistic meaning possible, had given this prince all worldly possessions. Never saw him any suffering. Never knew any suffering. Because he wanted his son to be the most beneficent he could possibly be, so when that change comes to pass, it's a good change. Do you know what happened? The boy ran away. Fell into an existential crisis. With no torment, no struggle in his life. Couldn't accept it. And he left. One of the first things he saw was a funeral procession. He saw the somber eyes, saw pain for the first time. And through it, he saw enlightenment. You can't call yourself a stoic if you've got nothing to brace yourself against. Life cannot be without pain. That man founded a whole philosophy of an entire nation. Wisdom doesn't come getting wrapped up in wool.
you hear this sigh of resignation. Give your token. Do it.
And I give my token.
Just know that this is a mistake.
No, it was
I really hope
as intended. So just sort of like what's in Bash's heart as he's sort of given this to this warmonger deity. It's it's sort of a nod of respect as one enemy would see another. It's like we're not friends. We will be at odds. Your followers will be. Those that I follow and the philosophy I follow will always be at odds with you. But this is a case of like, it's that respectful nod to one another that I understand.
No, I get it.
You're needed.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is the bow between two warriors before they make a duel or something like that. I get it. I understand.
Got it.
I understand. But, patron issues.
Patron doesn't like it.
Yeah, no. You gain a permanent bardic inspiration so long as you participate in this war, which is equal to 1d10 because you're not a actual devout follower, so to speak.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Xander, Druid, do either of you want to give penance to Nomad Gaia? One or the other.
Normog. Just go Normog, it's easy.
Nomad Gaia. Do either of you want to give penance?
I have my own gods. I not willingly partake in these rituals, but I will stand respectfully and let them.
Probably also shouldn't because you need to torture a bunch of people.
Fair enough. Xander, yourself?
I don't really do goods.
Fair enough. Okay then. And as Kozak, your mother and father kind of like rises again. He turns and sees his son, and there's like a bit of surprise there, but at the same time, just okay. And he doesn't say anything.
Oh, but
He just
Kozak does bow his head in respect, father.
He'll give you a small nod and a grunt, and he will begin to make his way past you and out the doors. This
Kozak,
kind of weight settling around him.
Kozak doesn't meet his eyes. He looks the other way. Dashes it.
While passing by, your father will rest a hand on your shoulder and just a small little pat. Just like, and that's it. That's about as affectionate as he gets.
Yeah, I guess I was gonna say that is like peak. That sounds like peak affection for that kind of family.
As he goes back by as he passes by Kozak. One second, I need to find it. I've written it down here somewhere.
Speech.
No, it's just alright. The rest of you guys hear Brenuth Vochtrok, which can in Goblin that means if you die while I'm gone, do it quietly, because I wouldn't want to miss the fun. Which is a hobgoblin phrase used as a farewell, essentially.
Jesus, they really are very single-minded.
He will he will give you he will give you no response, but you get the sense that there's a bit of approval there.
Okay.
Just like if one could imagine a one-word response from him, it would be simply
Boy.
Boy, it's okay, Kratos. I'm gonna go to my mum.
So, Kozak, you return to the fold once more. Are you here to participate in the war?
I keep getting that questions asked, Mother, but it's good to see you healthy and still doing what you do best. As he looks at the dead body of the elf.
I was sad I could not kill him in single combat myself, but sacrifices must be made, both literally and metaphorically. Would you like the blessing?
Of course, Mother. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Then on your knee you must go.
Already on it.
Alright. She's going to kind of like collect some blood, kind of like having to slide her fingers into the throat hole of this particular decapitated head and just kind of like squeeze out more blood before just like smearing it over the left side of your face, which is the side with the eye patch. Is it left or right?
It is his left eye that's fucked.
Then yeah, it's over your left eye that she does that.
Thunder feels a bit sick.
And upon doing this, you are under the effects of a bless spell for the next 24 hours.
Thank you, Mother.
And what's your strength score?
20.
Don't you mean 24?
I guess I mean 24 for now.
Yes, for the next 24 hours.
Alright.
Because 24.
Okay. And lastly, 50 temporary hit points.
Okay.
The blessing from a deity in their own realm. They're prepping you for a war.
Yeah.
No. Thank you, son, for returning. I believe you are a captain now, correct?
That is true, Mother. I have ascended the ranks, and I have made the house name proud.
Yes. Tagoth would be very proud of you as well if he could be here.
Would. I miss him every day,
However, it is not elven blood we seek to spill today, but the blood of these strange creatures that have come into our realm.
What do they look
They
like,
are
Mother?
these strange individuals. They seem to be like Goliaths, but they are not at the same time. They have weird magic about them.
Some sort of giant.
No, not at all. More like they are cold. It is interesting. Much, much colder than they should be.
It's colder.
Yes.
I've never fought a foe like such before, Mother. What does the archive say?
The archives say nothing. They are something new. And they are invading today.
Today. Oh, damn it.
Well, like all other foes, they shall fall beneath our shields. We shall trample them.
Yes, they shall.
Or
However-
as Kozak says, he goes with the good old hobgoblin war chant, which is they break before our shields and they fall beneath our blades.
Yes, breaking beneath the shields and falling beneath the blades. Correct, son. She will place a hand on your shoulder and just give you a very small smile, which is the same as a big grin for hobgoblins, I would suppose. But she looks proud. Now, please.
I should also note that she's fucking old.
Yeah.
Like she is. We're talking like late
White
60s.
hair.
White hair, late 60s.
Yeah. She still looks good for her age, though.
Oh yeah. Of course she does.
Please, feel free to join Arik in his initial charge of the front lines.
Kinda envisioning the old Medarda from Arcane.
Oh, that one. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but like with white hair and red skin.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She has that authoritarian sort of like feel to her.
She
But
muscular.
then again, everyone in my family does.
Please join Arik. I will provide rewards for your companions if their efforts are of note within the war to come.
I cannot decline your offer, Mother. Very well. You shall join the war efforts. For now.
Good to hear. It would be very untoward for my son to run away from a war.
I will not bring dishonor upon the family. Never again.
Good to hear. Now, please, if any would wish to accept the blessing of Nomag Gaia, please present yourself before me. And she reaches for the severed head to collect more blood.
No, I think I'm good. Thank you. No insults, of course. I hope it doesn't mean an insult in your culture. I'm not familiar.
There is no insult to such things.
Yeah, good.
Either you accept or you do not. It is not my fault if you die sooner than others.
Okay, I can deal with it. Been there a couple of times.
It will be fine. Your death shall be glorious, and you will be remembered as heroes.
Everything I could do looks glorious.
A hero in death becomes a hero eternal.
And she smiles at that, but then you see her stumble a bit. Oh. That is not good.
What is it, Mother?
It seems our glorious end may yet come. And around that point in time, each of you guys hear a loud sound like, imagine the sound of ripping paper, except it is amplified 1,000 times over. And you feel the sky grow darker. And there's this cold wind upon the air. And I'd imagine you guys want to rush outside. Yes?
Yes.
I
Except if
suppose.
Mother is still like, pale and whatnot, I'll
She
help
is
her outside.
Swooning. She is
Aren't
swooning, but she's going to slap away any aid you try and give her. She's very independent.
Okay, yeah.
Want is a strong word, but sure.
Stay here, Mother. We will investigate.
I am a priestess of Nomag Gaia. I stand and wait for no one.
Very well,
As she will straighten herself back up and begin to proceed outwards. All of you guys kind of rush outside the temple, and you turn to the right, and you see a massive tear in the sky. Imagine, if you would, that there is a mosaic painting of the background, and someone has just taken a knife and has just ripped a large crack in the sky. And what you can see on the other side of it is a expansive sky, a gathering of dark storm clouds, and the wafting of snow into the realm itself. And you see this massive mountain in the distance, covered by snow, and kind of like moving in through this large rip in the sky are these gigantic metal ships that are black in design with various kind of like ice blue energy lines tracing along them and kind of like helping them be lifted aloft. there is one ship that is kind of like around the same size as the Tyranid and Cornish Barbarian ship that you guys remember seeing. There are 3 that are about half that size, and then about 10 or 20 that are about half of even that size, kind of like moving in to this realm itself. As storm clouds begin to form above the entire city and the army itself, and it begins to snow as temperatures drop drastically, and it is suddenly below freezing. So, if everyone would be so kind as to make me a Constitution saving throw.
I have been blessed.
Jeez.
27 for me.
Haha.
15.
Alright then. Xander.
15.
Okay. Xander, as this cold wind chills and sweeps through everyone, you are chilled to the bone and you suffer a level of exhaustion
That's rough, buddy.
from cold temperatures.
Of course, yes.
Would we? Yeah, it is what it is. I was just thinking narratively. Would we have had any idea that he was like slipping? Oh no.
Be right back, sorry guys, just a quick moment.
If you would like, you can actually use that inspiration to give it to him instead.
I mean,
if you would like, Bash, you may.
I have a question, Chad, about my inspiration. I have a question about my inspiration.
What about?
Is it just something I have permanently, like until I?
For the duration of this war, yes.
I just have this. Like I can roll it on every roll on everything.
Yeah.
Once per turn, yes.
Once per turn. Jesus, you got it. I'll give it to Xander. Fuck it. You can. I'll roll a d12 for him.
Go ahead.
There you go. He's 18.
Never mind. You don't suffer a level of exhaustion, Xander.
All right.
Yeah.
You feel the warmth of blood rush through your body. But yeah, no, it is literally it's a fucking deity's blessing. What do you want it to do?
Yeah.
It is your god blessing you.
One of them.
Now
Now I just need to collect
set.
the one from Barkvik and from Maglubia, and then I have the Triforce. I should truly become unstoppable.
And as these large ships kind of like make their way in, you see various buildings in your town just kind of like pick themselves up on these large spider-like legs, just kind of like and just like ratcheting upwards as they kind of like as like you see a skyscraper just like lift itself up onto 8 different legs, and then it kind of like splits in half as a large cannon just kind of like comes out the middle, and you see various anti-air batteries just begin to open up and start open firing onto the ships that are approaching through this tear in reality.
Okay.
I'm back. Sorry, guys.
You didn't suffer a level of exhaustion. I used my thing on you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Problem.
So, what do you guys want to do in this instance?
Man, I really want to go for a long rest so I can prepare Fire Shield.
Oh, you know what? You're long rested. Everyone's long rested. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Imagine me just spending 10k on a word warp that says war is over, we won.
Can Cossack use? How many like individuals are around us?
There aren't any individuals around you yet. The main army is like way over there in the entrance of the city. You can see drop ships in the distance, kind of like you know, launching off of the smaller ships and kind of like landing and producing their own army in front of yours.
Okay. I say we go to let's find Nenkin. She's the only one who can stop this madness. Mother, where is she? My sister.
I'm
He's
gonna
with
do
your
that in the
father.
meanwhile.
Towards the front line.
Very well. We must go seek her out. She will know how to take care of the dropships.
Of course. Please, go.
Very well, mother. I shall see you here or in the afterlife. And he will repeat the same thing he said to his father. Brekung Voth Brok.
Yep. She will repeat it back to you. And before you guys leave, she will cast Bless, and each of you guys gets the Bless effect. Except for you, Kozak. You don't get the Bless effect. You already have it.
I am already blessed.
Yep. You're already hashtag blessed.
Yeah. Everyone follow me.
I
Yes.
follow.
Alright then. You guys begin to run forwards, and you go through the various streets. You see anti-air batters just kind of like boom, 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 ka-tink, 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 of various large shells ejecting from within them. You see a couple of these dropships kind of like get hit by fire, explode, and go down, and a couple of the larger ships you see get tagged, but the shells kind of like break upon this shield of blue ethereal energy that just seems to kind of like appear and just like break against it and just kind of like shatters and explodes along it before it just kind of like the fire kind of like peters out and just kind of seems to fall towards the ground where it evaporates before it hits it, but it just just like, boom. And as you guys kind of like run forward, you can spot the general, Drog, the Conqueror, as he is called, with Nonkin next to him, and they're kind of like, she's kind of like quickly giving information to him, and he's just giving another nod, and you can see him kind of like grunting and snapping his fingers and giving a couple commands with hand gestures and signals with one hand to a couple groups as the army seems to shift and move around him, and they begin to reposition themselves and get ready to commit a charge towards the gathering forces on the opposite end of the field.
So as we sort of rush over towards my family, I will 1 second. All right. But as we are sort of running over towards my family members, my father and my oldest sister, Kozak sort of like does a quick nod to both of them. Good to see you again, sister. I must ask of your aid.
She turns to you and she has like this big grin on her face. Whoa. Yeah. What you need me for, bro? Man, I'm about to have fun with this.
I bet you are. However, those dropships, those up there, those are the ones that are going to convey the most damage, and we must limit it as much as possible. I'm gonna need your explosions.
You know, that's my expertise, bro.
It is.
So where do you want me to direct them? I have like a meteor swarm I can throw out. I have a couple fireballs, more than a couple extra fireballs. Like I can even make like a sword of like void energy if you want that instead.
Maybe save the big spells for later when the fighting starts.
That's no fun, but fair.
No, I need what you've been experimenting on. Your bombs.
Those?
Yes.
Well, we have kind of been. Well, me and Mike have been perfecting them just a little bit.
What's the biggest one you have?
Oh, you want the big one?
Well, depends. Is it very big?
define big?
Not mountain-sized, right? Like,
What?
Or like
No.
pseudo
no.
hill-sized.
No, but this one can level a mountain.
Okay. That big one. That the biggest. The three big ones, right? They're half the size of the ones that we experienced. Or am I wrong?
I'm sorry. I'm confused. So you want bombs that are about half the size of ones that can level mountain?
I want one that's big enough to blow up that ship.
The big main capital ship?
Yes.
Presumably not. It depends. How do you want to deliver this explosive? You want to just like throw
that's
it at
easy.
it,
Nankin
or
can
in the
teleport.
middle, right in the middle of like the core, or something like that.
Well, that's the plan.
All right. Then.
Teleport a bomb
yeah,
up there.
Sure, I can try and port a bomb up there. Hey, Mike! The goblin with the spear for armor kind of like turns and goes, "Get the big one!" Oh! And he just starts scampering away. He's like, just pitter patter. Well, he'll take about a minute or so to get that thing, but once we get it here, oh boy, I'm gonna teleport us up there. We're gonna put it in the middle, and we're gonna bamf back off, and it's gonna explode. And it's gonna be so good.
Very good.
You can see little tears forming in her eyes. It's gonna be so big. Just the explosion.
Yes. Careful with your hearing.
We have healing spells for that. Mom can fix my eardrums, probably.
Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers.
Well, it's your headache.
It's your permanent tinnitus.
Sure, it'll be fine. But and around this point in time, you guys can see that the army across from you has finished kind of like positioning themselves forward. And if each of you guys would be so kind as to roll me a perception check.
Got it, champ.
Oh, this is something I'm good at. Watch me fucking know I've said that.
Wow, 15.
Yeah, 10. Awesome. With
27.
Don't forget about your
Oh.
D10, Bash.
Oh yeah.
I've just put
14.
the general
14. That is with a 8
Hey.
with a plus 8, a plus 1d10 plus 8. Got a 10. Sorry, a 14.
Alright then. With a 14, a 15, the two of you guys can see that these guys are in like black armor. And they appear to be taller than the hobgoblins, taller than even the general himself, by a good 4 feet. These guys are like 12 feet, each of them. And there aren't as many as you would think there should be for an army this size, for like an army with this many ships and shit. This army in front of you guys is about 1/3 the size of the hobgoblin army. And each of them is carrying these well, you guys have seen them before. They're these really weird looking rifle weapons that have this trace of ethereal blue energy kind of like going up and down them. And Druid, with your 27 perception, you actually notice that the capital ship now has a small little pinprick of light growing on its tip. And you can see kind of like energy beginning to coalesce along the tip of it. Slowly but surely.
I point this out to the more military-minded people who I assume going to say, oh shit, it's about to fire at us, and start taking the dodge action aggressively.
Kozak, and everyone, once they kind of like look up and note that that thing is happening,
Get down.
Kozak, you hear a single word from your father. Charging. And with that one word, you get. He means, oh, it's charging. It's charging a weapon. At which point, your sister's like, ha! We should maybe, get that blown up a bit sooner than normal. I'm gonna go help Mike, and you see her just kind of like clap her hands and just like she's gone.
Yeah.
Just boop, and you can see this little pinprick of light just goes.
Fuck. We needed Nankin's shield spell, but I guess this'll do.
And it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it doesn't. And after about, I want to say, about a half a minute later, Nankin returns with Mike in hand and a very large bomb in her arm. Okay, I got it. You're all going with me, right?
Of course, but first,
why not?
Before we start charging up the spell, Kozak will turn to the forces. He will look to his father for approval, see if he can, if he's allowed to speak to the troops.
He'll give a nod.
Okay. I'll cast Thaumaturgy on myself. He holds two fingers up to his throat, and his voice starts to boom, as he basically performs like a militaristic speech, like, "Soldiers of Gobmount, hear me. The enemy in front of us are larger, bigger, stronger. But the men who stand beside you, the ones shoulder to shoulder with you right now, they are your sword or shield. You will defend this place until we have... Let me think for a second, as Kozak is much better at public speaking. Let your blood be spilled on the battlefield for know that your lives have cost us valuable minutes. Die well and remember. Wait, where is it? I have the saying right here. Where is it? And remember that cowardice is more terrible for a hobgoblin than dying. Or carry out your lives. Sorry. Carry the living acts into the afterlife. A hero in death becomes a hero eternal. And then he breaks out the, they break before our shield, they'll fall beneath our blades. Their home is ours to conquer, their children are slaves. Mekaron, victory is ours.
Yeah.
And that's basically like...
And it's not this day! Freedom! We are still here!
Alright, roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
Alright, I'm putting a fucking thing on this bitch. That is a 22.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
With a
one on
22, you kind of like hear a raucous, oh yeah, kind of roar up from the crowd, and you hear Nenka go, uh-oh. Kozak?
Yeah?
I can't teleport into the ship.
What?
It's a dead zone. It's a black zone. I can't teleport into it.
Do we have ships that can go there that aren't powered by magic?
I don't. And around that point in time, this blue light that had been growing in the sky, this shimmering sun, there is a brief moment where it flickers out of existence. And everything seems to go in slow motion.
Shield spell.
Fractions. In a fraction of a second, like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a second, there is simply
Oh my god,
light.
I need caffeine so much.
And this large beam seems to cut down from the sky, missing the army entirely. instead striking the city behind it. And almost like a child drawing a line along the city, do a bit of... There is just a... And after that, the city is just encased in ice. Wherever this beam touched, glaciers of ice just spring up around whatever it touched, completely encasing it within, I want to say, a 10-foot thick chunk of ice. People are frozen solid immediately where they stood. Birds in the sky frozen. The very air itself frozen in an instant. The city completely encased in ice. Some of the shells that were being fired by the anti-air cannons caught in the same blast, and they are fizzling in the middle of ice, completely encased, leaving nothing behind but a large smoldering bubble within the ice of black smoke from where they kind of like, were completely just snuffed. And
oh, that's not good.
As that city is frozen immediately, I need each of you guys to make me a dexterity saving throw as the ice expands outwards, and you see sharp spines and little piercing instruments and like little sharp icicles kind of like spearing outwards against all of you.
24.
Kozak will in the meantime
31.
Kozak will basically in the meantime shout shield spell to Nankin, and as well he will roll a dex save as I get a natural one, but a 16.
You were
One on the first dice, but max on the other two.
Oh!
Hello.
Oh!
Goodbye, Xander.
Oh wait, no, I can add a plus 19. 19 on that one.
So, I was gonna do something.
Unless, wait, Shad, you don't count. Sorry, 1 second, Vic. Shad, you don't count natural ones as auto fails, right? Because I have Indomitable.
On a technicality, a natural one on a saving throw is not an automatic failure. So
Yeah, I
whatever.
fucking hate that thing. It's like, yeah, on attacks and defense, I can accept the fact that no matter how good you are, you're gonna miss like at least 5% of your shots. Nobody even hits 95% of the time in any professional combat sport. But
so
checks and saving throws.
I would say in this instance, go ahead and burn a use of Indomitable.
Yeah, that's my only use of Indomitable. Which here, yeah, there you
go. Just get better than a 1.
Okay, roll a 20.
Roll a 1d20.
Much better. 13
Oh,
yeah, you're
plus 19.
13 plus
29.
Sorry, 12 plus 19.
All right, so everyone who got like above a 20, you guys pass. Here, let me roll for the general. He saves. Let me roll for Nenka.
She's a war mage, by the way. She's a war mage. But
It doesn't help her dex save.
Nope.
I was gonna
+4.
prepare something. Just didn't want to interrupt the roleplay.
Alright, go ahead,
and the
Xander.
description. I was gonna do a because
You had some
called
time to
out
prepare
how
for this.
dangerous this thing is. I was gonna prepare an action to jump into my ring, if that fires.
Yeah, sure. All right then. You're in your ring. You kind of get like battered around a little bit, and your ring just kind of like tumbles off into the middle of the army. Don't worry about it. The rest of you guys take half of this damage as I look up a thing real quick.
Evasion.
Da-da-da-da.
Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, evasion. Never mind.
Yeah. Evasion and a
you turn and
31 on
see-
the save. I take no fucking damage.
You see Bash just kind of like, his body is very oddly positioned, kind of like slipped in between various icicle spikes that are kind of just like around him.
Damn, this is where Shield Master.
What is it? Is it called like Human Tetris or whatever? You know, that Japanese Game show.
You did the hole in the wall thing.
Hole in the wall, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know
then.
what the Hungarian name of the show of that show was?
Ah.
War.
War.
That's it, just war.
The Conservatives have got no imagination at all, have they? Do you know what I mean? I think Bertrand Russell made a comment on it. He was about like Rome. He said, "Why does Rome use so much Greek architecture?" It's like because they didn't have the creativity to make their own. You have any idea how totalitarian that nation was? They were good at war. Conservatives are really good at war. They're fucking terrible at cultural things.
All right then. So, that is 30 damage on a successful save. Xander, you don't take any of the damage because you were inside your ring. Kozak, you take 30. Druid, you take 30. Bash, you take none.
I believe the ring does have rules for its own health and taking damage.
It does, yeah.
Is the ring fucked?
No.
So it's a bit more complicated than
Damage
that.
threshold, like probably
First-
over.
First of all, first question. So you said it's like shrapnels of ice, yeah?
Yes,
is the
but
ring
this is.
small enough for the shrapnels not to hit it?
I would say no because it is an object. An
Okay,
object cannot objects automatically fail against this save.
Okay, in that case the ring gets destroyed because it has hit points equal to my warlock levels, which is 2. That means everything in the ring just is spewed out all over the place. You see a
Free
Xander
loot.
falling out. You see all kinds of trinkets and silverware and plates and sofas and everything you can imagine he have stolen previously. There's even a random acorn in there for some fucking reason, just all over the place. And the ring is destroyed and Xander is just on the ground trying to sit up as this happens. I'll be able to get the ring back later.
All you gotta do about your furniture.
He just got shunted out of his
Holy
ring.
shit, I didn't realize Santa had a hoarding problem.
Kozak or Bash, may I ask you to
I'm carrying your sofa and I just fucking say it.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm not carrying
And-
the sofa, not into battle.
And around this point in time,
You got.
as
I was gonna say you got carts and something. Is it not like any bit you can sort of like strap this thing to? Actually, is it an expensive sofa?
Oh yeah, it's probably like some mahogany or some rare kind.
hey Drew, you hey Druid, you had a whole lot of time to cast the spell. I'll say you cast it if you want to.
Oh, it's alright. I was being dumb dodging around. I didn't realize it was going to do all that, especially once it aimed at the city instead of us. It's a very large AoE!
Yep.
It's the power weapon of the capital ship.
Anyway, I cast it now. I very much... I choose the warm shield option and I'm now resistant to cold.
What? No, are you sure you're picking that one? You sure you don't want to pick the fire one?
Look, it's fine. If you want all your enemies to suspiciously be ice creatures who deal fire damage now, just out of spite, that's on you.
No, jeez. What do you take me for? Being an ass?
Yes.
And as you guys kind of like recollect yourselves after all this, you guys can see that the Conqueror has a shield between him and all these blocks of ice. Nothing touched him.
Shield
Nanka is a bit more disheveled with like a few blood wounds, with a few wounds here and there, just like, wow, that was awesome, but also bad. Was Mom in there? Fuck, Mom was in there. God damn it, these sons of bitches! They killed Mom!
She's tougher than that, you know that.
I mean,
Alright.
fair,
City left.
but there's no city. You know what? I have this. I know what I'm gonna do. And you see her kind of like place the big bomb on the ground. And she taps it.
Does this guy look? I'm gonna put it. Does he look like a fucking idiot?
Oh, which guy?
The one fucking with the bomb.
Nanka?
Yes.
No.
No, the goblin. Is that the one?
No. Nanka's the one who's kind of like, she's doing something with the bomb.
She's smart as fuck, but unhinged.
Crazy smart.
Just a little bit. Well, if I can't teleport into the ship, then how about we teleport onto the ship?
Guess if it works. Gotta get that bomb in there, no matter what.
Maybe. What would be better, commandeering a dropship and going up there, or going on top of it with a teleportation spell?
Teleportation spell might be a little iffy if that dead zone up there is fucking up with your magic. It might be best if you take a dropship. Is there any one that isn't frozen solid?
Looks back to the city. Looks back to you. No.
Right, we teleport.
Okay.
I have a bag of holding.
I got one. Pulls out a bag
yeah,
of holding.
course
She
you do.
slips the bomb inside of it, just cinches it back shut, pockets it. All right, Mike, you're coming with me. Everyone else here coming with too?
Of course.
I
Right.
guess.
Follow me, boy.
Hold on for a just you see Xander starting to search for something in the pile and find some trinket or something and pockets it and okay, ready?
All right.
Don't have time for that, you noodle.
That is my lucky charm. I need it.
You see that the your father kind of like slams his spear butt onto the ground and points forward as his army charges, and the other army charges as well. You see blasts of blue of these blue beams slice into the army itself, and you can see that these guys are not just aiming randomly into the army; they're actually focus firing various targets within it. You can see various hobgoblins immediately frozen solid by these beams of ice. Like it hits them, they go "Argh!" and they just kind of like freeze into statues, which are pushed over and shattered immediately afterwards because of the momentum from the army itself running forward. You can't really, suddenly stop yourself from smashing into a statue that's there all of a sudden.
Nope.
As Nanka kind of says, "Well, that's the battle," and she casts teleport. 4, 5, 6. The 6 of you are teleported above the capital ship, about 500 feet above it.
Fuck.
And
That's a lot of feet.
immediately she's like, "Oh, overshot! What featherfall?" And you guys are immediately put under the effects of a featherfall spell as you begin to slowly drift downwards. She's like, "Well, that was a bit of a wild ride." She pulls out a potion, pops the cork, chugs it, and her wounds begin to stitch and heal over one another as she drinks a supreme healing potion.
Just give myself one cure wound to the road.
You don't need to do that, buddy. I got something for you. She'll offer you a greater while you're floating.
That's alright, that should be more than enough for now.
Okay.
But still take it out of her hands, of course.
Oh, it's not a healing potion. I'm not.
I love those things are fucking like they when you need them, you really need them.
Oh, we churned them out here. It's fine.
Alright then. And as you guys kind of like continue to float downwards, around 100 feet from the ship, as you enter a particular area, the spell falls off of you, and you each fall 100 feet.
Okay.
Which is, I believe, like what?
It's a D6 for
10d6
every
damage?
for every foot for every 10 foot before.
I attempt to wild shape into a bird.
Is wild shape described as being a magical effect?
It's an ability.
Okay, yeah, you can wild shape.
Oh no, it's
there-
magically assume the shape of base. Yes, it does specifically say
Yeah.
magic.
Then you try.
Mr. Crawford himself says that wild shape is suspended in an anti-magic field.
Ooh.
Yeah, boo,
Then-
Crawford, boo.
Then
attempt and fail,
sadly,
then.
Yes, as all of you guys just Family Guy flop onto the deck of this ship and take 36 points of damage.
Can I
Except
use my
for
magic
except for
item?
Bash, because magic items are
Yes.
also suppressed.
Okay, I'm fucked.
Say what? Sorry.
Magic items are also suppressed.
Bash, you're a monk, are you not?
Yeah.
Okay. What? You have slow fall at this level, don't you?
got that, like, so many levels ago.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got shit for that. Yeah. I thought it was just like I'd take like reduced damage by or whatever.
It's
Yeah,
monk
you
levels times by 5. Off the top of my head.
Okay, so how many monk levels do you have?
All of them are monk levels, so we level it.
You
55.
don't take any fucking damage.
Yeah, no, you slow fall in just like superhero land. You take no damage. Everyone else just kind of like Family Guy flops onto the ship just one after the other, just like pap 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 pap.
Fucking monks.
And Nenka just kind of like goes, oh
know
no.
You know what? I'll have that potion now.
She
Hold on,
hands you
Sally,
the
let me
potion.
check that shoulder out for you.
I drank the potion. How much is it?
It does nothing.
Pop it back in place for 11 healing. My god, the dice do not like me. But still 11 hit points back then. Those under.
Sadly, the healing potion, whenever you drink it, does nothing.
Are we saying that the healing potion is magic, or is it made of like natural ingredients that have created a healing potion?
You know what? Fair enough. Give me a high or low, because there are two types of magic potions.
I choose
Right.
high.
You choose high. Well,
I
you're
get
not
very
getting high
low.
on this potion.
It's a very tasty hydrating beverage.
Yes, it's a very tasty hydrating beverage.
God damn, this is just Dr.
You
Pepper.
drink Gatorade. You drink Gatorade.
You
Just
recover
chug.
13
Does
points
my
of
does my
hydration.
hands of healing work, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they do. It's a key ability, so it's not
Okay.
magical.
So yeah, 11 hit points because the dice fucking hate you apparently, Xander.
There are one more questions I have that I need to ask you in a private Discord message.
Okay, just send me a Discord message.
Yeah.
But still, as you guys kind of like stand here, and you guys all realize you're in an anti-magic field on this ship. You hear from behind you. Well, looks as if I have a bit of visitors here, eh? And each of you guys turn around to see a human man with a black suit on and a blade at his hip that has like this weird design to it. It looks like a katana if you would, but the hilt but the scabbard itself has like a hilt on it and a trigger mechanism. He's kind of like he's just standing there very casually as he looks at each of you. Well, looks like we have a couple intruders here, huh? And with that, I'm going to end the session.
Okay.
You're on top of a ship in an anti-magic field, and you're being accosted by a man who has a sword. He looks
Before
dangerous.
we end the session, could you please answer the
Oh yeah.
question I sent in private? Alright,
That's
there
more
is-
like it. Drew, take 21 hit points there. Oh wait, would the magic item work that is doubling that? Oh, can I be asked to redoing the macros? God damn it, this anti-magic field bullshit. I hate it. Why is this still
Oh, I
working?
mean now you know why. Now you know why you couldn't teleport into it.
I mean, Nenka told
Ah.
us we didn't care. This thing gotta die.
Okay, so the one more thing that you guys notice is that Xander no longer has a left arm.
Great.
Oh.
Now we have a cripple on our side too, which is great.
This is fine. This is all fine.
Did it fall off in the fall or something?
No, it's fine. Look, it's just obviously some sort of magic ability what gave him my arm back. He's not a fighter. Yeah, he does this, but you can still do the wiggly finger shit, right?
No, he objectively can't do
fact
the
that-
wiggly finger shit.
No,
We're in an
Oh, the
anti-magic
fucking
world.
magic. Do you know, it's like it's like when you have a power cut, you keep forgetting with every device is so dependent on the electricity. I mean, yeah, magic is fucking so intrinsic to this fucking world.
Yeah,
Shit, I
You know,
love
You have
how
a
I'm
crossbow?
going to love- I'm going to really love the combat next session where I run up and hit it with a sickle for D4 -1 damage.
a sickle. You've got
A
a sickle.
sickle.
I've got a
A
dagger.
sickle is a hold on. A sickle is a finesse weapon. You'll be fine.
Shit, I love how he gave me 50 temporary hit points.
Actually,
for me
I
to basically
don't
just
think it is.
eat shit with. Just get blown up by a space laser.
I know
and
it's-
fall on top of a spaceship.
I know it's an inferior weapon. A dagger isn't. It's an inferior weapon, so it might be if
I think it's a dagger without the throw property and without
Yeah.
Oh,
finesse.
yeah, that's what it is.
Oh really? Well, yeah. Fuck it. It has finesse. I don't give a shit.
No, it's a D4. Its only property is light, so you could dual wield them. That's it.
Okay. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
This
Oof.
No,
one has
no,
the
no.
finesse property.
No, it doesn't.
No, I'm saying it does, because I made it. It's a special one.
Too bad. I'm hitting with my strength. I'm doing no
All right.
damage. It's gonna
Alright,
be
that's
fine.
fine.
It's okay, Matt. I have a great sword. You can use that one.
No, because I'm not proficient with great sword.
Yeah, just swing it. It'll be fine.
This is the thing. I'm not gonna be able to hit with that because I won't even have the proficiency bonus. I'll be rolling with like a -1 to hit. At least with
Hell
the
yeah.
at least with the sickle, there's a chance I might actually hit something for no damage.
I will say, even if you have a negative to strength, you do a minimum of 1 damage because the weapon can still cut.
Oh no, the minimum exists. I fully agree with this, but it's still -1 on average.
No. I'm saying if you roll a 1 on the die, even with your -1, it will still be 1.
No, I get that, but if I roll a 2 on the die, it's 1. And if I roll a 3 on the die, it's 2, and if I get a 4 on the die, it's 3.
I mean, like, that
Amazing.
is very shitty.
So what is the average, like 2.2 or some shit? That's only 1.2.
It's still
you over here.
less.
Ruin's Wake doesn't have that bonus.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean it is a +2 sickle. I will note that. So,
Well, yeah, but you are in an
if
anti-magic
you
field.
if you recall,
I'm
Kozak,
slashing. Okay, so 5 is the
if-
maximum damage I can do.
if you recall Kozak, I believe Rune's Wake is an artifact.
It is.
It is not suppressed in an anti-magic field.
Oh, okay.
That is a special property given to artifacts specifically.
It's too powerful. I wield the power. I wield the power to slay gods.
Oh, my bullshit's an artifact as well, isn't it?
Yes, your wraps are indeed an artifact.
So yeah, my shit still
It's-
works.
It's almost as if I gave you guys stuff in just such an event.
Well, I am looking forward to next session.
In that case, would my dagger work as well?
Is your dagger considered an artifact, or is it just like a regular magical item?
I don't know. It was given to me when Taffy was the GM, and it was given by Dusk.
I would say that it is probably equivalent to a very rare item, but it is not a legendary nor an art.
Yeah, it just like completely undone all this stuff. I love the fact that you give like Kozak a weapon that completely undermined the old scaling greatsword that I gave him.
Fuck that
I
anyway.
forgot about it, I'll be honest.
I just said to Shed, I don't care if it's a spear or anything. I'm gonna use this all the time. I don't care. This is a family heirloom. If it was a +1, I would still use it. Papa sees me walk around with a greatsword, and he'll be real fucking real pissed if I don't use it.
Well, I will say, like, don't be discouraged. The spellcasters will have stuff to do next session. I assure you.
It's okay. Literally just gonna tell Nankan, you're useless right now. Go plant the bomb.
I want to be clear, my plan is to run and jump off the ship, fall to the ground and turn into a bird halfway down once I'm out the field.
I mean, you can do that easily enough too. Like, you can join the fighting below. Like, I won't stop you from doing that.
I'd be so much better just falling to the ground and just fighting out of the anti-magic field.
Yeah, by all means, go for it, man. Like, I won't stop you.
How far is it to the ground? You could feasibly like fall out of the anti-magic field, cast lightning storm, and then turn into a bird and then fly around just the entire time. I mean, strikes above.
That is a solid plan.
Guys, if we're done, I'm gonna disconnect because I've got a couple of things to do.
All right, head off. Those in stream.
Yeah. Speaking of, I need to do my shilling.
You can do your shilling while I'm looking for a channel. In the meantime, we're gonna do the channel shilling.
So
jump off right.
If you guys, if the people
Shad, I might like very low for you lot. Shad, you can do your shilling in a minute while I'm looking for a channel to raid. In the meantime, I'm gonna be doing, but right now I'm gonna be doing the shilling for the channel itself. So link down below if you want to join the arcade itself and get involved with some of the games and play with some of these lovely people. Yes, we got the follower, Jesus Christ, the follower sort of target, the milestone that we're trying to hit as well. But you know, we are monetized if you have any Prime and Prime subs and stuff yet to assign to anyone. They do help keep this place going. Anything else with us at the moment? When you get in there, there is a bunch of Community West marches. People tend to miss that tab, right? If in doubt, just ask. People are very helpful in the arcade. They'll help you out. But there's a bunch of West marches that we are all pretty desperate for players. Yes, we are that unicorn. You know, almost every single tabletop RPG community in the entire globe is just full of players looking for GMs. Because they're all in the tabletop arcade and we can't find players. Please join and play games with us. Anyway, I'm gonna go find a child to raid, and Shad will tell you about the shit he's doing. And if anybody else needs plug in, you go plug too.
Yes. I am also a live streamer on Twitch, and I have a YouTube channel that I post my VODs to on occasion. I am running a D&D campaign that I call the Reigns of Vitrium on Tuesday at 1730 CST or 2230 GMT that I run every week, and I'm doing some exciting stuff over there. It's a bit more of a self-contained, slower-paced adventure that has a lot more story focus and stuff to it than the improv game that I do here. If you guys want to, support that, by all means, give my Twitch channel a follow, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I have the VODs all backed up there. If you want to catch up and follow the stream. I stream on Tuesday, post on Wednesday. That's what I do. And thank you guys for joining and watching and having fun with me as I do a bunch of random shit in this particular little thing. And also, Taffy, you should be proud of me. I have the NPC name pool down to 5 requests left.
Yeah, I noticed all the in-game suggestions as well. Did you play all of those out?
I I got rid of a few that I didn't feel I would get to anytime soon.
You reject those, yeah, click the cross.
Yes.
Ah, right, yeah, because it refunds all the points if you do it that way.
Yeah, that's what I did. I made sure they got their points back. The only one that I
Everybody's
had
playing,
left to
nobody's
do
prepping.
was stuff.
Hi, I'm Marcy. I play video games. That's it. That's my shilling.
Thank you. Yes. I also have my own Discord for the official YouTubes and stuff.
We're just gonna raid these. We're just gonna raid these because I literally can't find anybody doing game prep right now. I don't think I've raided these before. I might have, but I don't think I have. Anyway, lots of noise in there. You get like I think it's 250 or 300 points or whatever to spend on chaos.
Yeah, 250.
Chaos.
Hey, by Tabletop Arcade.
Hello.
Raid. Welcome, Raiders.
Tabletop Arcade.
We're
play
we're
Spelljammer.
parallel parking a Spelljammer.
It's true.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Hey,
Welcome in, everybody.
So many first-time chatters. Welcome.
Good to
Hey,
see
my God,
everyone.
Nice to see you all.
Stick around.
Welcome.
Shout out. Remember how to shout out stuff?
It's /shout out.
Oh my God, I shout out.
You don't use the exclamation point anymore. It's /shout out.
Oh.
Twitch integrated it.
Oh.
You can't just do SO.
No,
it's
because
slash
Twitch didn't
shout
integrate
out.
well.
Oh, that didn't work.
Sucks.
The channel you're shouting out doesn't exist. What the fuck do you mean?
You typoed.
Thanks for
What
the
the fuck,
follow,
Richard?
Taffy.
It's alright, I got you guys.
Thank you. This is why I have mods, because I suck.
What a lame. Well, no, it does show a little thing there, so it's fine. Anyway.
Thanks for coming in. I'm a penguin.
I wanna
He's a
believe
weird robot.
that username is Taffeta.
He's a hippo. And we have an elf. Half elf.
I'm a this
Elf.
thing.
Half elf.
I'm not.
He's a this thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Me.
Kellen, are you half elf or full elf?
I'm a space elf.
Yeah, he's
Space
a space
elf.
elf.
Right.
Not to be
Not affiliated with the
associated
space Nazis.
with the Xerxes.
Oh my god, there's new people here and we're just like space Nazis.
What? Space
Space
Nazis?
Nazis.
The first
How
step
many
in
times
solving
can we
a
say
space Nazi
space
problem is
Nazis?
talking about space Nazis.
Yeah, that's
It's like
true.
addiction.
That's true.
So, we have business today?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. So you've parked the ship. You're currently in Elmandar's secret
Yep.
parking bay. You can make your way back up to the top. I'm just going to highlight the fact there's probably a lever you can pull to open the bookcase on the inside because it described there was one there when you went down. But you can do that. The cat is kind of just there, just like lamp eyes looking at you.
You don't speak common, do you?
And he kind of just like gets up and casually just walks on. It shows his butthole to you a bit.
I
Oh,
believe
shit.
this is a
They're
normal
like-
cat.
Oh.
Yes.
And then he like wanders over and then just begins doing the like rub things up against people's shins. Like he likes the chitin on Ivy's back calves. Just like getting a good scratch on.
I have to assume that Chauncey and the cat have some adorable interaction whereby there is
They
nipping.
kill each other.
Yeah.
They are
With
wrapped
fights
in a
to the death.
death grip,
Right.
swirling around each
Chauncey
other.
tries to constrict the cat's neck, and the cat is viciously clawing at Chauncey's scales. And
Eventually they Ouroboros one
Right,
another.
Exactly.
And I'm going to win a pig and then we have to deal with all of this.
Pig eggs.
Now imagining
Pig eggs.
Momo and the pirate's owl thing.
Yeah.
Just comic dust cloud.
Yep.
Yeah.